cult of Genesis. I love those who yearn for the impossible, don't you, my minions? In the pursuit of saving the many, our heroes have already damned a few. A delicious twist of irony, wouldn't you agree, my little heretics? Anyways, here's what you may have missed from the last time. Act 1, wherein we find our humble heroes raiding the cult of Genesis. Bursting through the door with a mean right hook, young Nakmok crushed the face of the first man to appear. On came the pious Ember, a righteous fury burning in his eyes as he revealed Agapalazia's might to a heathen of the Genesis cult. Next was Mooney. He marched in like a scaled sentinel, holding the line and defending his friends. Balthazar shrouded himself in darkness and ran upstairs to secure the floor. Their approach was aggressive. The dragonborn and half-orc cultists were left with no choice but to surrender. Once the dust had settled, a terrible truth washed over them. The woman they killed was no heathen, just the wife of an unconscious but soon-to-be grieving husband. Act 2, wherein we find our Arctic adventurers using information they gained from the Genesis cult. Taking the initiative, Balthazar and Ember secured young Olaf ahead of Torkil's arranged meeting with the boy. Now, Obsidian would have to come to them. In light of this, the time-tossed Guardians decided to force her hand. They would confront her at the Grove, once they found a way in, that is. They all agreed that the best place for the fanatical prisoners was at the Jarl's longhouse, so they proceeded there with all haste. Act 3, wherein the Jarl and our heroes come to know each other at last. Finally, proper introductions were made, and the Jarl confirmed what the brave band already knew. The satchel was a red herring. The tragic Jarl, Bjornvald the Betrayed, explained to our heroes that Torkil was lying in wait at the lair of a green hag. It was to be an ambush. Knowing that Torkil was to visit the boy's home on the following afternoon, the Jarl agreed to arrest him there. Meanwhile, our heroes continue on their collision course with Obsidian and her fell ritual. Well, what do you think, my minions? Will our Arctic adventurers succeed in bending fate to their will? Or will they fail once more and remain frozen in time, a warning to those who would attempt the impossible? Let us dim the heavenly lights and spy upon them for just a tidbit more, shall we?
Welcome to Chronicles of the Coast. I'm like, I'm looking up at the screen and not the camera, so I must have looked like, do-over. Welcome to Chronicles of the Coast. Our weekly Dungeons and Dragons stream here in the Pacific Northwest. The Pacific Northwest's most premier and exclusive streaming game, so exclusive that you probably haven't heard of us. So here we are. Where to begin? We have so many things coming up here. We've got a bunch of ideas. This is our third season, I guess you could say, that we are doing here at Chronicles of the Coast. It's our third campaign, third set of characters, and we are really putting in a lot of effort for this season. So with that in mind, I guess we will hop over to announcements on the things that we are doing. So, announcement time.
Hello! I'll start. I'm Chris, and I'm in charge of kind of getting the stream physically set up and things like that, along that nature. Recently, I fixed the D&D overlay, so you can see a nice picture of our characters, take a look at the character art and the character sheets and what class we are and all that stuff. Previous campaign, I had that kind of on screen, and so I'm saving some of that and using the D&D Beyond overlay, which is pretty cool. Also tonight is our big charity kickoff for the American Heart Association.
Do tell.
Which was Jesse's big idea, which is cool. We're going to see how this one goes. I set the goal kind of low at $100. I'm really hoping that we can do this in 4 weeks. I set some pretty fun milestones. If you want to see the milestones, click into the links in the Twitch page below. There's a link just to check out the campaign. You can see the milestones. Some fun ones, like just to add little inspiration D4s and then D6, D8s, and then at the higher levels we kind of start taking shots. Some fun stuff happens. Random encounters are on there. I try to make it DM friendly and player friendly, so it should be really fun. So feel free to donate. Obviously goes to charity, and kick it moving. If this goes well, then we'll probably. I was thinking about doing one charity for the DM and one charity for the players and having kind of dueling objectives, but I don't know how that's gonna go. I think just having one is probably a good idea.
We kick his ass is how it would go.
I don't think so. I think our hardcore fans are Jesse's fans. But anyways, no. So this is really exciting.
Listen, sorry.
It's okay. So this is really exciting, and I hope it does well. Yeah, everyone loves Derek.
Yeah.
It's all Derek fans. That's what this all is about.
So that's it, okay. So $25 and I resurrect Derek.
And he fights the party.
Andy fights the party.
Don't do it. We're not ready.
If I raise $100, a character dies.
Oh God.
Cheers in chat.
Yeah, so it's good stuff in there. And I think that's all of my announcements.
Cool. That all sounds really awesome.
Yeah.
Pretty stoked about the charity thing, and it's weird. Like every $20 is like a level for us. So I like the way you set that up. And just kidding.
Oh, cool. Rick's here.
Yeah. Oh, we got friends. So for those who don't know, I'm Daniel. I am sort of nominated to help lead the charge with the social media stuff. So what I'm going to be doing is working with Chris to find some cool ways to help promote this charity. Find some cool ways to present it on the website, maybe do some fun videos. Tell me what you guys want to see, because honestly, we're all really super new at this, and it's all fun, and I want to make things that people want to see. So with that in mind, just keep your eye out on our various different social media accounts for some exciting new stuff. And I can't think of anything else at the moment.
Introduce your character.
Oh, we can do character introductions.
We'll do that afterwards.
I hope they know me by now.
Yeah, I didn't do mine either.
I want to interrupt you.
Well, John?
Hey, I'm John. I'm going to introduce my character right now because we're not doing that yet. We're going to do it after this. Okay? We'll get that second round in.
Well, now's a good time. You can promote anything that you're doing, too. So if you're doing any other kind of games or doing anything you want to promote.
Nothing to promote, but to anybody who knows me, like online, we're playing video games. What's up, Jugs?
Jugs, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's right. The Power Rangers are coming for you.
Random D&D quotes.
So I got some announcements.
Yeah, go for
yeah.
it, Rick. Welcome.
We're gonna have some. Yeah, I made it.
Nice.
What's up?
We're gonna try to get some T-shirts for some giveaways at GameStorm, and we're gonna get a new look too, possibly.
Cool.
We get makeovers?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
So,
GameStorm, what's that?
GameStorm.
We do a GameStorm announcement?
No, we haven't really talked about it.
Yeah, it's all been
sorry.
very hush-hush, you know, it's really...
It's official now.
Yeah, it is official now. I mean, we can announce.
Let's let Rick finish. So
Yeah,
yeah,
sorry.
if you
Sorry.
want to go back to GameStop.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
I got a
Get
little
some-
carried
just
away.
Yeah, me too.
T-shirts.
I'm excited.
T-shirts and ticket or stickers, and just give away fun stuff. That's what I'm working on.
Yeah, it's really cool. So any art suggestions? Are you still taking art suggestions or
Yeah, sure. If you guys got ideas, what you want, I mean,
black logo on white shirt?
I
or
got
whatever.
so many ideas. Me and
Yeah,
Daniel
cool.
went through a brainstorm about 5 months ago on some cool T-shirts, and I want to go with that. So just kind of like some D&D pun stuff.
I want like a polo with the COTC logo, like right here where the cross
That's what I
goes,
was
you know?
thinking. I was thinking that was my idea. Instead of the alligator, we have our little logo, and then I want to put our characters maybe someplace. We have 2 characters now. Put them on our sleeves, possibly, and who knows? I got
Members
some
only
ideas.
jackets, maybe.
Very cool.
Maybe later.
Derek emote.
What? Like it's some
Yeah, we
sweet.
gotta get the Derek emote.
Right? Oh yeah.
Come on, guys.
Gotta get Derek.
Full denim jackets.
Denim Dan.
Ooh, you don't know this about me, but I don't wear denim.
Yeah. I will. I'll
Good
rock the
guess.
Canadian tuxedo.
No.
So, yeah, John, you want to talk about GameStorm?
Sorry, I let that one out.
No, it's fine.
No, it is good.
Yeah.
Right now, we're currently working with GameStorm to figure out the right time to schedule any games we do play. But some of these games are going to be kind of crazy. Some of them might be really fun. The GameStorm organizers are really great, and they've been really kind to us. And it was really simple to talk to them and figure out like what kind of schedule we should try to set down, or
Yeah, they're really easy to work with in that regard. And
But they're still selling their tickets right now for GameStorm. What are they at? Are they still within 40 right now, or is it getting too close to the end?
I don't know. Time's running out.
You'd have
Time's
to look
running
at
out.
the website.
Get your
not
tickets while you
100%.
still can, because as they go up to main day, it's like $70 just to walk in and buy them at the door. But there's going to be a lot of games that are going to be there. There's also going to be a games library for people to play all sorts of crazy games, which you just
Yeah,
pretty much
it's a
give them
huge
your
library.
pass, right?
yeah, you check them out.
You check out
Yeah.
your games, and then you're able to play them there. And then there's going to be organized gaming, which is just D&D or some.
Adventures League.
Yeah.
Adventures League will be there. They do a big thing called an epic that involves multiple tables all playing the same campaign at once, and they all come together in the end for a climactic, big, huge battle. It's a lot of fun. I
So-
DM'd it last year.
That's cool. I didn't
Yeah.
stay for it.
Yeah. Plus, anybody who goes to GameStorm will be able to game with us, and we are planning on an ad-libs style live game.
Yeah.
That's what we're planning.
Yeah.
Look, we don't know what's gonna happen,
I got some
but we're
ideas
gonna
for
go
that.
for it.
I
Yeah.
got some ideas.
Yeah, tons of fun. I think that's it for announcements. Currently working on the Marth stuff. And let's go ahead and hop into our game. So we
All right.
have Ember, Taz, Nakma, and Mad Mooney. Why do you laugh at your own name? It's your name.
This reminds me of Mad Eye.
Yeah, well, you're the one that picked it.
Heck yeah. He's upset.
Upset Mooney. So, last we played, it was close to the end of the second day in your stay here in Dragon's Port of the lands of Fjorta. You have been
Mistreated.
mistreated.
Spoken down to.
Fjortons are not necessarily open to many people from other lands. They're not very. You're not what necessarily would be called a second-class citizen, but they definitely don't like elves. Fortunately, none of you are elves. You all, as soon as coming here, have all been accused of some crime, which is a matter of circumstance. Wrong people, wrong time, wrong place.
It's profiling.
Yeah.
Totally profile.
Yeah, they were arresting everyone in that burning wreckage.
Jerks.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. Like, some of us are all animal people except for one.
Dude, we make up 2% of the population of all of the North. 3 of us.
We're the freaks.
Of all of the North. We're
So-
2%.
well, you know,
But that's okay. I
here
like
you
being
are,
2%.
and you have befriended a gnome with the ability to manipulate time so as to try to choose the right course of action, and he messes with the timelines in order to try to do good things. So you've done that, discovered that there is an organization called Genesis led by a tiefling by the name of Obsidian, and that she is trying to manipulate the latent magical energy in a young sorcerer who hasn't developed his powers yet, a fledgling sorcerer, in order to spread his gift to others. And it is the gnome who has seen that this ends in calamity and has asked you to stop it. You have made efforts to do so, whether successful or infutile. I think I just used the wrong word. Whether successful or futilely, I believe that's right, we'll see as time progresses. It is still currently the end of the second day, and you have brought a half-orc and a dragonborn of Genesis to the Jarls to be placed into custody in a secured, locked room. What do you do?
Oh,
I thought we took a long rest.
well, we've laid down, but you have not.
Yes, I took off.
So what are you up to, Mooney?
I'm trying to return to that guy. I'm gonna help him bury his wife, seeing as how I led the raid, basically, to ended up killing him.
Describe to me your journey. How do you do this?
I just traced my steps back to the safe house.
Okay.
Can I try to sneak?
You can always try to sneak.
Alright, I'm gonna try to sneak. Ooh. That is an 18 plus 5.
18 plus 5. Pretty good roll. So,
That's high. 3. Not sure how high.
got you. Okay. Checking over my notes. So, as you are traversing down the cold, dark streets of Dragonsport, being this far north this time of year, it gets dark very early. It is only really mid-evening, a long day for your companions who are not used to this weather so much, and so they have kind of hunkered down in the comfort of the Jarl's Hall and the large fire, the food, and everything that comes with it, the luxury in this part of town, this entire region. To be warm is a luxury. And you venture out. It's not far. It's down the steps, past some rune stones, leaving behind the Jarl's Hall, moving into the streets, past a couple of establishments. You see once again the familiar stones carved with runic symbols and images outside of every establishment. Every home has one, some similar, many of them different. Braving into the cold winds, you come close to the place that you had just been earlier in this day, where you see but a single bit of light from a window. It looks like a fire inside of a fireplace dimly illuminates the area. Just enough to keep the frost off the glass, that you're able to see a figure moving about in the dark confines of this building. You step up into the landing of the home, thinking to yourself that, one, in this harsh blizzard and weather, no doubt nobody has seen you. And 2, that the occupant, whether he wants to see you or not, probably doesn't know that you're standing here.
I'll knock this time.
Polite.
Are you by yourself?
Oh yeah.
You knock a gentle rap on the door to this man's home, and you wait there in the cold. Before long, you hear the slide of wood against wood, a thunk as a wooden bolt is probably set aside, and the door opens. The man standing there, his face is red, flush, his eyes completely bloodshot. He's unkempt, his hair is a mess. He wears but a single large plain linen tunic down to his knees.
Can I come in?
He nods, opens the door, steps aside, allows you to enter. The warmth of the small dwelling greets you, the cold at your back, the wind.
Pull out a little journal, and I say to him, what was your wife's name?
It is good of you to come. I apologize. Her name was Hilda.
What do you want to do about Hilda? What do you want?
I suppose with the money that we saved up from the murderers who slept under my roof, that I could afford a good send-off for her. A cremation. A pyre.
Is there any way you can leave for a day, go visit some family?
No.
You got plenty of money. I'll go out of my way and I will build you a pyre for your wife the day after tomorrow.
We didn't have any family outside of Dragonsport. We don't have any other family in Dragonsport. We always talked about when we would start our family. We tried, although she never took.
I'm sorry about your wife. Again. There's nothing I can do to make up for it. You need a favor from me. You let me know.
I wouldn't know what to ask for. It has been a long day. I'm not the one to turn away someone in need of hospitality, but I think I'd very much like to be left alone today.
Yeah, I understand that. Stay inside for the next couple days, okay? There's gonna be a storm coming, but it's gonna blow over.
There's a storm outside now.
It's gonna get a lot worse.
How do you know?
My knee goes out every once in a while when the storms really start to hit. It's part of being adored.
Interesting. This is unique among your kind.
Yeah, my what kind of people are you? Where do you come from?
Here, was born here, raised here. My parents died when I was young, not too young.
They buried in the city.
We gave them a send-off. A small fishing vessel.
Yeah.
barely a rowboat.
Yeah. Again, I'm really sorry about what happened to your wife, and I'll find a way to make up for this for you. We can't bury your wife for the next 2 days, okay? Remember that. Stay inside. It's going to get worse. But by the end of this, hopefully some good will come out of it. I know those aren't exactly reassuring words.
I'll consider it. Though, here in Dragonsport, I don't know about the lands that you'd come from, but typically it's ill to keep the dead around.
It's pretty cold out. I'm pretty sure she'll keep. Was it something I said? I'm sorry. I'm not really good at this. If it helps, I was abandoned as a kid.
She always loved animals. I don't know how your suffering could make me feel better.
I'll make this up to you. And I leave. I just walk out the door. The most awkward as possible.
Just your back straight and just hunched like this. You just go for the door.
Yeah, like, and I'm obviously like it's an illusion, right? Of Hans, so the size proportions are off. So like when I walk out, right? Like Hans's head like goes underneath the icicle, but my head hits them and they just fall. So this like invisible hit just like.
That's funny.
Holy, it was not.
I know. Why are you asking me where I'm from, Hans? You've lived here with me your whole life.
Man is racked with
I was like,
grief.
yeah, dude. No.
You can be forgiven.
I said, yeah, it's a Nordic tradition. I was like, oh god, he didn't call it out. I'm good.
All men are strangers in our grief.
Moving on.
Yeah, I hurriedly, as fast as I can, run back to the Jarl's house, just trying to get away from this awkward moment I just had.
Tell me you're a doppelganger.
I totally didn't make this any better in my eyes. I'm just like, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Sprinting with monk lightning
rolled with
speed.
it.
You bamboozle out of there and you take off down the road and just with your awkward consoling of the morning, you make your way back to the Jarl's home.
That's pretty good for lizard folk, right?
Trying some compassion.
Maybe. I don't know. And so here you are. You step back in. The typical fire of the Jarl's Hall has burned down to pretty much just embers. It's
No, it hasn't.
Still-
Nakmaz there.
still 15 feet long, a 15-foot trench of ember and coal, giving off quite a lot of heat, though.
All right, how far can I walk across it barefoot?
Here we go.
How far do you want to?
I'll try like just
That's awesome.
the short part really quick.
Just like, well, that didn't go well consoling that man. I'm just gonna walk across coals. Go ahead.
I do it.
Yeah. So as you
Try to go as slow as I can the first one.
you make your way towards the fire pit and decide to start trying to trudge through it. Just gonna roll something here. For a little
Damage.
something random.
Yeah, that's probably what you should roll. Dude.
Oh wait, it's lava.
Oh no. You die instantly.
You sink.
Considering that how far
I'm trying to go to the short part, like not the whole way.
considering
like
how
just the
far it
cross.
has burned down,
Yeah, it's a lot.
that it's coals and embers.
Oh.
I'm starting to see a theme here in your
Coals
character
and
I was gonna
names.
say.
Just blew it.
That you managed to walk across. You feel a little bit of a sting to your feet, but you walk across without any fire damage. Think to yourself, maybe this monk thing is going to work out after all.
More like I've been walking on these feet like barefoot for so long, I can't feel anything through 'em. Just like
Out in the cold and the ice? Yeah, maybe.
There's leather.
You might have like a snowpack shoe going underneath your foot.
oh yeah, I realize I'm wearing shoes. That's probably what it is.
Well, no, it's just like, so you're just melting the snowpack on the bottom of your foot.
Yeah, I'm just putting the fire out as I go.
Just a little bit dead from dead flesh.
Oh,
The frostbite has set in. The Jarl is sitting in his chair. He's kind of leaning back. He has a mug in hand. He's looking at you.
Deuces.
The
That's your
Yarleen.
best executioner right there.
I walk to my room and I go to sleep.
As you walk away, he looks at you. When this is all over, I might be in need of another executioner. You look to fit the part.
No.
You appear to be tougher than my last one as well.
You mean because I look like Hans? I fit the part, or because you saw what I was before, right? And then you killed me immediately.
I love it.
It's all good. I'm gonna go to sleep. You have a good.
Nah! Come here. Do you drink?
Not since my master abandoned me.
You do tonight. Sit.
Oh, okay. So what? I go first. You go first. I go first.
I've already started.
Where's my cup?
He looks around and it's like you kind of you glance over the area and you realize that there's a banquet table with like half-eaten food everywhere, and he's just gesturing, pick one. What is your real name?
Mooney.
What?
It's Mooney. I come from the Feywild.
Yeah, okay. That's cool story, bro.
Where do you get this? It's pretty.
Do you know what honey is?
Yeah.
No, you take that, you add water, you let it get old, let the wind blow over it, and then it gets alcoholic. They say that mead was given to the first poet. They say it was a gift from the elves. Stupid bastards.
What do you know about elves?
Let me let you in on a little secret. Most of us Fjortans, most of us hate those knife-eared bastards. All of them. But, truth be told, I'm a young man. You look at him, he's like, looks weathered, grizzled, long beard, at least a foot long. It's like, only in my late 20s.
Yeah, totally.
Actually got my eye on one of the few elven ladies who lives in town. I think a half-elf could be Jarl.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
I don't.
I mean,
She's absolutely beautiful, though. But the people would hate it. And so, Forbidden love.
So wait, you don't hate animal people?
No.
Then why did you execute us?
You were guilty according to the law written on stone.
Don't you see any flaws with that?
It doesn't matter what flaws I see in the land. It is what the people want.
I killed your friends because of that.
And I will never forgive you. But circumstances. Do you think the people serve me here in Dragonsport? No. I am a slave to my birthright. If I could just leave it all behind. Get out of here. Take that beautiful elven lass.
Wait. Why can't you just do that?
I'd forsake my ancestors, forsake my name. I'd have no honor to it. I have a duty.
You got the money, don't you? Can't you just take the money and run?
No. It's the people's money. Oh. If you were in charge of a city of slayers and warriors and fighters, some of the fiercest the land has ever seen, and if you were to take their money and just run, where would you run to? It'd be over.
Can't you pretend to be dead? I mean, you got a raid coming up, right? Just fall into the ocean, swim back. It's not like you're gonna black out immediately.
I don't know. Maybe one day.
Well, who would take over?
Maybe one day when I finally get my 9 dragon skulls. And he points up and you see that there are like 8 dragon skulls that look old and weathered and ancient. And he's like, when it's my 9 that overshadows my great-great-grandfather, then with the title of Rhyme Bearer, I'll unite the clans. I'll unite all of the holds of Fjordline. That Ronestones be damned. Oh, then. What about you? Oh, your cup's empty. And you? What are you running from? What brings you here?
I met a traveler. He comes from a different land. He's here to meet someone, right? And this guy has never seen any of the stuff we do here. He hasn't seen magic. He's never seen dragons. He's never even heard of trolls or goblins. None of this.
So what? He was raised under a rock.
No, he comes from a place where they don't have this stuff. There isn't even knife ears. It's all just humans.
That sounds stupid. Your friend sounds stupid. Have some more. I like you.
I didn't want to like you, but I'm really starting to end up liking you. I'm gonna say right now, like, when you tried to murder us the first time, it really rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah, well, you know, runes. My father's father must have been an idiot to carve some of those laws.
Okay.
You know, I can make any law I want, but I can't go and change something that was important 100, 200 years ago, but today it doesn't apply anymore just because it's written in stone.
What about... Okay. Haven't you ever heard of, like, a constitution or something like that? Maybe some sort of, like, an amendment you can put into it?
Oh, yes, I have. I have the best constitution in all of this land.
Oh no.
The best constitution.
I don't know. You guys could always change it to some sort of republic or something like that. And What am I saying? This will never work out.
Republic?
Yeah.
I don't even...
Sounds like a
What is
stupid
that, Feywild word?
Yeah, it's kind of like a court system, and it's made up of 3 different houses, and one's judiciary, one's executive, and the other one's civil. But anyway,
Yeah, okay.
I'm starting to feel this a little bit.
Have some more. Yeah. I'll like you. He hands you the biggest bottle you've ever actually seen in your life. In modern day terms, it's 3 liters, but a glass bottle about this tall with a pop top cork in it swings on its hinge, and he's like, "We pilfered this from the elves in our last raid."
What is it?
I don't know.
Is that white stuff in there?
Some sort of pissy-pantsy flower petals.
Will this get you fucked up?
Oh, yeah. It'll do all of that.
Because yeah, dude, I'm starting to feel pretty bad about. Well, don't tell that to the lesser, but yeah, I'm starting to feel pretty bad about getting that guy's wife killed.
Yeah, we watched. That was pretty terrible.
Did you see when I was like, we should rush them right now and just bust in and then break noses and then ask questions later?
Yeah.
I'm starting to realize why that's not a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, I'm only an idiot would kick down a door and then rush into a situation. I mean, what if it's trapped? What if they've got barrels and bottles of alchemist fire there?
What if they do?
Wow.
Yeah, what kind of idiot would just kick a door open like that?
Right? Stupid.
So stupid.
No, you go through the window.
Always.
Yeah.
Always go through the window.
Will come back on me.
Can I drink more with you and then maybe fight with you a little bit later?
Fighting sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. I try to drink more than he drinks.
And so the two of you continue on your night, drinking heavily. The hours go by. You drink, you laugh, you puke, you drink some more, you fight, you wrestle. He shows you a couple of things. You show him a couple of things. And this goes on for hours.
Did we just become best friends?
Sounds like there was some bonding going on.
No! Yes! 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 No!
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Told you. The best constitution.
We'll see about that later.
Oh, I'll see that and I'll raise you another.
Oh, one more.
2 more.
3 more.
Oh, you're going down. And that's your night. As you guys skirt the limits of alcohol poisoning.
Sweet.
It's gonna be crazy when I can't get poisoned anymore.
And did you guys have anything for that night? You're already all long resting?
We had already rested, yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Oh,
No, that was great.
That was good.
So we leveled up. I got 2nd level spells, which is pretty cool. So I wouldn't mind meditating and maybe trying to make contact with Gabalesia, if possible. So I do meditate before a long rest to see if my powers are awakening, sort of. Oh, I know. I'm spending hours whittling on my holy symbol too, and adding more details to the wooden carving.
Must be nearing completion.
Every level it gets closer. It's pretty far from completion, but
Okay.
so add another layer of details. That's what I'm doing. Adding another level of details to my holy symbol.
Okay.
Kaz, for his part, is having a nightmare. And it's the sounds of battle. soldiers crying out in desperation, the smell of sulfur and smoke across the battlefield, clouds of dirt flying everywhere, men in strange uniforms, and a hellish landscape that is nothing like anyone's ever seen on a Marth. And he wakes up. And is everyone else asleep?
We're all in the same room.
Yeah, I know.
I'd be asleep middle of the night.
Yeah.
I'm asleep. Yeah.
You notice that Mooney is not there. Taz, you wake up. And as you do so, there is but a single oil lantern flickering on a table far to the side. Its flame has burned down very low. And it causes the shadows to dance in unsettling and unusual ways. This place, these people, all of their customs, everything about it is strange to you. This room itself decorated with heads of beasts that you've never seen. Something that looks like an owl but also looks like a bear. Another one that looks absolutely grotesque in the fact that it's almost like a weird tail-like appendage, but on the end of it are eyes. And you can't even begin to fathom what sort of nightmarish beast that must have come from. And you're sitting here, just listening to the sounds. Distantly, you hear the sound of the Jarl laughing, and in the sound of Mooney in reply. The sound of a table being smashed to splinters. The sound of the Jarl once again yelling out, "I call this one the pile driver!"
And you get up mildly alarmed and take a look out the door, cautiously, just to see what they're up to out there.
You get up, the floors creak, you get to the door, you look down the hallway. You can't see them, they're in the hall, although you do see from the fire that's been built back up just a little, their shadows dance and flicker across the wall, and you see that the Jarl leans on the shadow of a lizard folk, despite the fact that you know that he's in the illusion of a human, and they're cool. They're like, you hear laughter at the same time, but at the same time they're just, you know that they're fighting in strange Amarthian customs, whatever's going on.
That's right,
Maybe the Amarthians are not so different than the world you come from. And then that's when the shadows kind of turn a little bit. And you see that despite that they're still moving and laughing, with the head of Mooney's shadow turns. And the silhouette breaks to form the outline of eyes of light shining through. And you begin to hear a little bit. It's like, oh, my, you've been a busy little worker, haven't you? Oh, my, yes. And what is it now, my young disciple, that you come looking for? Answers in the dark?
Please tell me that I'm not the only one hearing this voice.
Who are you talking to?
Now I hear two voices. Go back to sleep,
Taz.
Magma. Everything's
Over here in
fine.
the corner.
I know.
I see.
I was kidding with you, my young friend. I've
Can't
got some
sleep.
business to attend to.
Tell him nothing.
He wouldn't
my
understand if
tiny
I told him
friend.
anyway.
He'd understand more than you know. My, it is a curious little one, that Minotaur. But give him no detail. Not if you wish to continue sampling my powers that I have to offer. Now, I bet you're wondering, why would I bring you to this place? This little backwater in the middle of the frozen realms.
Yeah, I have been wondering that. Your name, I keep hearing it in my head, like a beacon, calling to me. And once I get close, it just seems to be further away.
My name is unchanged, young Balthazar. My name is unchanged. I am still the same Saleus that you knew all the way back home. But circumstances provide unique opportunities for the both of us. while you are out here traipsing around the countryside, I have learned that I am no longer shackled to the same rules I was. No. New lands, new opportunities. Manifest destiny is at hand.
This is a term I am familiar with. What do you have in mind?
Not too soon, Balthazar. Not too soon.
Perhaps you can help me with something then, my lord.
Oh, indeed. For I come bearing gifts.
And you see that
For you, I have dubbed the Chainbreaker. Freed me of these earthly shackles, as you will.
I try.
Oh, yes, that one-way journey. I'm afraid there is no going home. So get comfortable, Balto.
Insight check.
Your mind explodes. Trying to inside check. Oh, God, get out of here.
He is being completely honest.
Balto. Oh no.
So, young Balto, I do come bearing a gift, a blessing. You have sampled power. You thirst for it. You want more. The oil lamp behind you explodes. Glass shatters everywhere. The oil falls to the ground. The flame snuffed out and lands. And the oil spreads across the wooden floor. You look back at the shadow of Mooney against the wall, and then it's his regular shadow once again. Still lizard folk, but not talking back
Distorted.
to you. And it's the oil, though. Catches your attention. The attention over here, gone. You focus in on this oil. It creeps and spreads and begins to change, and it moves in ways it shouldn't. It begins to rise up a little bit. It becomes globulous, amorphous, takes on form and mass, rising up, stretches out. What looks like a tendril of oil suddenly takes form of like something more like a hand, and then another hand. It rises up, pulls itself up, takes shape, sprouts legs. It's a burbling mass of fluid before it stands up and begins to solidify before your very eyes. The oil, its iridescent form, continues to stay iridescent, becomes more and more so, reflecting the gentle lights of the green pale moonlight from the window, and you see that it takes on almost an insect-like appearance. What you would imagine as a tiny little devilish imp, instead this one is more stylized. It has a carapace like a scarab. Iridescent blues and greens reflect off of it. Wings underneath it flutter a little bit as it stretches out its new limbs. It has the same devilish face that you would see. However, it opens its mouth wide and unusual mandibles kind of emerge from it before it flexes its weird 3 insect-like pinchers at the end of its hands, looks down at its feet. No antenna, still horns, but a weird scarab-like theme to it. And it just looks at you.
I take a few steps forward, bold, not cautious at all, drop to one knee, reach out my hand, maybe 2 feet between us, and I say, "Come to your master."
It reaches out, its weird form grabs onto yours. The claws of its hands grip on and pinch. Painful, not necessarily too alarming, but definitely not comfortable. You sense that it draws blood a little bit, even as it gently pierces your skin, starts moving up. Its back limbs bend in opposite directions of human people, and it begins crawling up with those as well, up to the top. You sense that everywhere it touches, everything it touches leaves behind this weird, slick, oily feel to it, as if the creature is still made of its same original substance. But it looks at you with pale black, deep, abyssal eyes. No light shines in those eyes whatsoever. but you can see that there's something there, but still something missing and something piercing about them.
What is your name, my pet?
I am Zagthwitz.
Zagthwitz?
Zagthwitz.
Zagthwitz. Well, I shall call you Zach. And I have a job for you. And I begin whispering into his ear. And I just want to show you what I tell him.
The DM shield.
Is a player character shield.
Right.
I'm guessing your little string here is your book. Nope, it's not your
It's like
bookmark.
the second page. I would have been smart.
The strange, fiendish creature looks at you. Its brows furrow.
Where is the suffering in that?
You have been summoned to do as I say, and I'm sure we'll be great friends just so long as you continue not to question my orders. Now, run along.
Your will be done.
It lifts up a little bit, makes a humming sound like a hummingbird, a massive hummingbird. As it lifts up into the air, its limbs kind of hang down, bowed and gripping at nothing. Becomes ethereal and disappears.
All right. Pleased with myself, I go back to sleep.
And the dungeon master makes notes. All right.
So is something gonna find you in the morning? Just like wake you up that way? Just like,
Yeah, right. It's got my coffee.
here you go, master.
Dark as you like it. Dark as you like it. Dark like your soul.
All right.
Is that what you said?
Mm-mm.
Okay, good.
No.
Amber's like, I heard everything you said.
No. That was out of hand.
I heard everything.
So much trouble.
You're in so much. You're inside a zone of truth. The zone of truth, buddy.
No. Amber's asleep.
All right. Day breaks. Hours later, you get the benefits of a long rest.
I didn't take any damage.
You wake up
Does that
with
heat
like minus damage.
replenish?
Yeah.
Nakma's the first one up.
Nakmo's the
He
first one
wakes
up.
up just irritated and agitated and just in a really bad mood.
What do you do?
I'm just like pacing around, making
You
noise.
step on glass.
Yeah.
There's a lantern in there.
What is this? I'm just making noise and stomping and... Who broke this lantern? I'm being loud.
It's not too long until everybody wakes up.
I'm like purposely dragging the chairs across the floor. Bam!
He leaves the room, comes back with a plate and a fork, and he's just like... goes and gets a pot and pan, and he's like, more cowbell?
I gotta get out of here. It's freaking cold outside.
Good morning, large one. Thank you for the wake-up call. We've got lots to do.
We'll put a bee in your bonnet, Nakma.
Let's round up all these druids and get this over with.
Like your spirit.
Why did you break the lamp? You should be more
Such
careful.
thing.
What?
You should know your facts, human.
Oh. Woke up angry.
Somebody broke up on the wrong side of the bed.
It's called hangry.
Okay.
Alright, that's must feed. Let's go eat.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good idea.
Maybe I'm hangry.
Don't take me.
Maybe you are. There's a new word to me. What do they serve around here besides this disgusting gray paste that smells like a fish's butthole?
Meat,
Meat?
if you're lucky.
Very well.
We gotta go talk to the hag.
There's a knocking. What?
Who is it?
My lords.
Nakma, answer the door.
I will.
What?
A elderly woman.
Only illusion.
I keep forgetting I'm in my this
Right.
human body too.
It's shorter.
An elderly woman opens the door and she's like, "The Jarl has requested that you join him for morning breakfast."
Fantastic.
Where's Mooney? There he is. No.
Mooney's
Get up.
here.
Yeah, I would get up. I got the bottle, right?
There's the fish ass.
All right, yeah.
Reeks.
You see Mooney over there. He's clutching a bottle in one arm and he's clutching a chamber pot in the other one. The chamber pot's half full.
Why do they put dog pelts on it?
Right? I kicked the bed.
I grab it. It's like an open dog's mouth. That's terrible.
I am not sure if Mooney knows which of those two things he should be focusing on. I've never seen the lizard man drink. What is in the... Oh, God. Mooney, how do you feel?
The bottle empty.
Yep, I feel like I'm on $1,000 million. Yeah, totally. These monk abilities are kicking in. Totally, never better.
Where did you go last night?
Talk to. God, I can't believe I still didn't get his name. That was so awkward. Yeah, I went to the dude's house that we raided.
You went back there?
Yeah, I tried to convince him to bury his wife. He said no, like bury at sea. Then I tried to convince him to stay in his house for the whole day. That didn't work out.
Mooney, you do remember you're the headsman, right?
Yeah, so then I left awkwardly,
Favorite.
and then ran back here, and that's how my night went.
So you went to this man's house as the headsman and demanded he bury his wife?
Not demanded, but
Hold on now. So you feel remorse for what happened?
to his wife. Yeah,
Get up, you lazy lizard. We
No.
got things to do.
yeah, I
This
felt
is
bad.
important. Let me ask him a few more questions.
Yeah, I felt bad
You do feel bad.
about his wife dying.
So before the raid, when I asked if you should try and find out more about what we were getting into, and you said no, fucking knock the door down and start killing, do you regret that decision?
Nope. What happened. There's nothing I can change. I just have to keep living it with what I did.
So I share that same outlook. Just, I felt like you might have some regrets.
Oh, I regret that she died, but I'm not the one who killed her.
Well, you
That's
were and
true.
you weren't.
Yeah, it's my fault. I planned the raid. I pushed you guys to do it. I know that.
Can we all just address the elephant in the room? It was Genesis that got her killed, not us.
Correct.
Yeah.
You pulled the
Of
trigger.
course. Yes, of course. I fired the shot.
We bear no burden here, Mooney. You're an honorable man.
Remember, if we act
Killed a kid.
none, if we just sit here for another 24 hours, everyone dies. So just try and remember that.
Yeah. I think I became best friends with the Jarl last night.
Well,
That's
we're heading
great.
there now.
That's progress.
And what did
Oh
you...
God, this stinks.
Did you speak the truth? Did you tell him your name?
Yeah, I'm Mooney now.
What did you...
That's a good sign. Boy, I wish we'd have done that to begin with.
These things must be teased out. And
I told him that I killed his
The
friends.
truth
indeed,
must be teased.
indeed. Kind of like how you didn't tell Olaf's family the truth. We were there yesterday.
I spoke nothing but truth,
Right.
for I am unable to do otherwise.
Or your powers will magically disappear. I know.
I've never tested that.
This stuff's
I've never needed to.
Agapellasia willing, you never will.
Indeed.
Indeed.
However, did you notice some clever bit of use of truth?
I noticed you treating the truth like some sort of merry-go-round that you can hop on and off of at your whim, which is the same thing that I do. I'm just ironically more honest about it than you are, my friend.
Ironically more honest about using the truth. Never a more confusing statement been
Get
made.
this at all?
Well, Nakba punches a wall and leaves the room. Leaves the room.
The woman's still standing.
Yeah.
It's all the same.
I look forward to more communications like that. Let's go eat.
You step out into the hall, you go around the corner to the main room. The Jarl is already sitting at a large table. He's at the head. There are a few of the Jarl's men there. Many of them stop what they're doing and look right at you and just kind of frozen, as if they know what's going on, but it's hard to believe. The Jarl doesn't skip a beat. He continues cutting right into a large piece of meat that he has, shovels it through some gravy, swirls it around, takes a big mouthful, and is like, "Ugh! Mooney! How do you feel?"
Slow entrance.
Do you know what a hangover cure is? Or
Aye. It's called hair of the dog. Here, have some more. I'll do you. Stronger stuff in the morning.
hey, do you have that helmet I asked you about?
Aye.
One with eye holes?
The goofiest thing.
Oh no.
It's truly a strange thing to behold.
What does it look like? I don't remember.
Well, as you requested, it has a ponytail off of the top and strings of chainmail hanging down along the jaw. And I had to wake up my armorer extra early in order to have him fashion an engraving of fangs along a snout piece. Truth be told, we have dogs that are bigger than you,
Oh man.
and from time to time they wear armor. And so I had one recommissioned.
Wait.
Interesting.
He pulls up a
You know I'm not as tall as Hans, right?
he pulls out this large bag, lumps it on the table, opens it up, and on the inside is this unusual looking helmet. For the most part, it looks to be bits and pieces of, like, what does it look like?
Yeah, no, you told me. It's basically like leather straps that hold like giant dog teeth off the side of this like snouted helmet.
Is it metal?
Yeah, I guess.
Parts of it.
Yeah,
Parts of
sounds
it are
like
metal, parts of it are
Parts of
leather.
it are leather. I'm hoping there's like straps in the back to keep it on my face.
I see where
Nice.
you're going with this. All right.
Yeah. This is amazing.
God.
I thought you'd like it.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
It's all your fault, Chris.
Why are you talking like that?
I don't know what it is, but like, there's something inside me that likes this helmet. I can't explain it. Like it's been in the back of my dreams since I got here.
So, have you considered my offer?
Let's see if we all survive the day. Friend.
The doors of the Jarl's Hall blast open, and a man stumbles in against the cold. A couple of the Jarl's men guards, they close the doors behind him, and he comes stumbling forward. He has something in his arms clutched like a newborn child.
Oh.
He rushes up. My Jarl! My Jarl!
Oh shit.
My Jarl! Ill news! What does it? Bring it forward. Let me see what you have there. Ill news, my Jarl! Well, somebody left something, but they left it for those four. And he places a bundle on the table. It's wrapped in leathers, tied by what looks like leather straps all the way around. It is about a foot long and not very large. And it just sits there on the table. All of the Jarl's men who are currently in the room sit there and just look at it. The Jarl looks at it and looks at you and says, well,
I walk to it.
best
too.
not to keep the courier waiting.
Me too.
You see it. It is leathers bound up and tied by linen strings and yarns and bits of leather lace.
Best not to risk our healer, Ember. Stand back a bit.
That's what I am.
Well, I just wouldn't want anyone getting hurt on your watch, is all I'm saying.
I start unbinding it.
You what?
I unbound it. Start
You
unbinding.
grab the lace, you pull it apart.
As I'm taking just gobs of whatever's on the table to eat at the same time, just eating it.
You
one
grab a
hand.
big handful of egg in one hand.
the whole
Pull
piece
on the
of
lace.
bread.
The package, the bundle, the parcel, like twists and twirls and tumbles in your hands as you pull the lace up and everything, untying this thing, and it's just jumbling this way and that, and it becomes nearly all the way completely unfurled by the time you get that. Once the leathers have fallen away, you see that on the inside there are white linens, and these linens are stained with splotches of sanguine.
Oh no.
Keep opening, I guess.
As you keep opening it, slowing down, you open it, you put your bread down, and you lift away the leathers, and it's almost ceremoniously kind of mummy wrapped. And you see that on one half of it, the majority of the length of it is blotched red. And you unwrap it. The more you get through, the more red, until finally you unwrap it. You begin to uncover the hilt of a blade. You unwrap more and more of it. You see that there is a black steel blade with a golden pommel and golden crossguard, black leather handle.
Have I seen it before?
On the pommel is the symbol of Genesis. And along the blade is just streaked in gore and crimson. The rest of the linens wrapped around this part are drenched red. They're dripping still. It's sticky to the touch. Smells of copper and iron. And you look at it, and you have this dagger in your hand, the blade itself about a foot long.
Okay.
Sinister, thin, heavier than you expected.
Okay.
What is that?
Yeah, what is it?
It's like a body.
A body. What kind of body fits in that tiny little package?
It's a dagger.
A dagger.
I hold it up.
What is...
It's just dripping, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is what was in there. I toss it down on the table.
This is not good.
A strange message.
Just a dagger,
It's got the symbol.
but nothing else is in there.
No.
Who was slain with this dagger is what I'd like to know.
What was it exactly?
Do I recognize any of the wrappings? Does it look like anyone's clothing that I've met?
Can I taste the blood?
You give me an investigation check on the wrappings. You give me an investigation check on the blood.
17.
What's your... Give me an intelligence check to go along with it. Just a flat intelligence check.
Ooh,
2
money ball.
20 here and a 20 there.
That's still not bad. I'm gonna check the blood in a minute.
Man, we haven't delved a whole lot into the lore of lizard folk of Amarth
220s?
very much.
Can I at least just tell if it's not human?
Humanoid, not human. Yeah, I'll say that you can taste the species.
Okay, I've tasted dragon folk, right? It's not dragon folk, right?
It's not dragon folk,
There we go.
and
I
it's
can't
not,
believe it's not dragon folk.
and it's not human. The linens themselves are expensive linens. It was cut from a bolt of expensive, fine, bleached white linen.
Okay.
And it has it's typically used for clothing in expensive, noble garments, but this appears to just be a long stretch of cloth purposefully used for this.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And I'd like to do a medicine check to see if it's an amount of blood that can actually kill someone. Is it a fatal wound? 17's on my medical.
Seems fresh.
It is a substantial amount of blood. It does not necessarily look like it is a lethal amount of blood. It doesn't soak all the way through the cloth. The cloth itself on one end is completely drenched red, and as it's all unfurled, you see that it's gone from bright dark, or from not bright dark, from a very dark sanguine crimson all the way to its whites.
So it appears as though this wrapping was on a person?
It appears as if this wrapping was prepared to look exactly as it was.
Okay.
To give you the
gather the
stark
blood.
contrast. It was not just meant to wrap the dagger, and it was not just meant to gather the blood, but it was prepared to show you exactly 12 feet of fabric, from bright red to a gradient of splotches to a pure white.
So it appears as though the blood has been displayed. This spectacle
like a
was done purposefully.
Like a flag?
Wow, 12-foot flag. Not quite a flag.
Well, let's stretch it out and see.
That's a good idea.
So what's it say?
All
Yeah,
right.
we stretch it out.
Stretch it out.
Stretch it out. You take a look at the fabric as you're looking over it. As you stretch it out from end to end, Nakamon takes one end of the fabric. Amber, you hand it off over to Mooney. He takes the other end, and you two stretch it out. And as you look at it, you do see actually that it does spell something out, and that is.
Yeah, like the wind sails. Quick, everybody, get it up. Get it.
Stay focused, Mooney.
Oh, sorry.
Horsing around.
I don't do that in real life.
What does it say?
Arnold.
You're next.
Yeah.
Right.
I know what you did last second.
You should have aimed lower.
Or something before
You
that.
should have aimed for the center. No, it should. It was like
Han shot first.
yeah, shot first. Should have aimed for that. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. What did it say?
I'll shut up. I'll shut up.
As you pull the fabric out
Sitting here
from
quietly.
end to end and you look at it, you see that the splotches all line up to form just a single word, and that is unprepared.
Oh, shit.
It's a big word.
Unprepared?
Is that at all like a Rorschach? I just like see like my family.
It definitely looks a
and
little bit like a
also
Rorschach.
my master
Yeah.
like abandoning me.
It definitely looks like a Rorschach. So everybody else is like unprepared. What's that mean? And you're over like kind of a.
Maybe.
Oh God, not again.
Who would send us a bloody rag that looks just like my parents leaving me?
To both sides of the word unprepared
Unprepared.
is a infinity symbol.
Infinity symbol.
Genesis.
Get that ball?
No, we haven't seen infinity in relation to Genesis.
I think that is the Genesis symbol, isn't
No,
it?
Genesis
Nope.
is like this.
Oh, no.
It's kind of like 3 moons.
Yeah. I try this. Lando!
Something like that.
it right.
Lando! This usually works. Hold on. Lando!
Oh, we have that stone.
I don't. Lando!
Who's got the stone?
I have the stone, but I don't know that this can help us contact Lando, can it?
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, that was the whole point of the stone, was to contact Lando through the stone. But I thought it was only through the past. Or future?
I thought that this stone tied us to the past when we were there.
Yeah, try it. Just yell into it.
Okay. I feel a little weird doing it out
He's
here with
yelling it. Go
everybody
give it to
though.
him.
Yeah.
Just hang on a
just
second.
hold on
I
here.
got it. Hang on. I got it. I can do this.
It's okay. It's not like
It's fine.
So
Fine.
who would send us
Listen,
a bloody
every-
dagger of
everybody gets-
Genesis?
Lando,
That's a good question.
now is the time to come forth and speak with us.
So official.
Freaking half.
He's busy.
Oh, I don't know why I think this is funny. That's really fucked up.
Apparently, this is a mystery tool for later.
Who is this Lando?
Well,
The Time Wizard.
yeah.
A time wizard.
The Time Wizard. I spoke to you of this.
The first day.
You told him about Lando?
No, thanks everyone for saying his name out loud. No, yes, he's the Time Wizard.
should this Lando, looking over at the cloth of blood, be alive? I would have words with him.
Well,
As you should. But in the meantime, we have lives to save.
my lord Jarl, perhaps your friend, the Seed Madra, can divine whose blood it is that adorns this blade.
Wait, don't we need that to find
Now you're thinking like a lifesaver.
I'm
obsidian?
trying. There are many lives at stake. What, Mooney?
Don't we need this to find obsidian? Her powers? Obsidian, the bearded guy?
Obsidian is not a bearded guy.
Obsidian's the
The guy with the book bag who dropped it off, the red herring.
That was Torquil.
Torquil,
was
correct.
Torquil.
He's gonna gather the child, which we have. Hi,
Right?
child.
Do you
Right?
think that
The child sitting there.
Okay.
Actually, not too far
Yeah,
away
because
from
like
the
this
Jarl.
whole time we're just like, oh crap, is he actually here?
Yeah. We have Olaf.
Yeah, Olaf.
Olaf, stay quiet. It's
Olaf.
part of your training.
Okay.
Olaf,
What am I being trained for?
in the interest of secrecy, because it's part of your training,
I really don't think you guys are training me at all.
you ought to have a new name.
You'll see.
This is really
A code name. We shall call you Rogue.
This sounds dumb.
I know. But you are not to question.
Don't disrespect your trainers.
I really don't think you're here to train me at all. In fact, everything's been really unusual since you picked me up. At first I was hopeful, but really now you're just treating me like I'm some stupid kid who would yell fire in a theater.
If you wish to live, you will learn from everything you see in the next 24 hours.
Oh, I'm learning a lot, all right.
Good. So now that that's settled, let's move on.
Next lesson.
He leans back a little bit in his chair, arms crossed. He looks over at the Jarl, looks over at you, and he's got this look of concern and anger across his face.
He's permanent, right? We get to keep him after this?
You can talk to him now.
No,
Pet?
you don't get to keep me.
Yeah, you're gonna be our new disciple. You're gonna learn from all of us and become the strongest warrior that ever lived.
I don't really know what's going on. You guys haven't given me much
Barbarian
details,
Montclair.
but I don't think I'm going anywhere with you. Honestly, I think I would have been better off if I was spending my time with Torquil, but the Jarl says I can't do that. And nobody's giving me the information I want. You're being very indirect about it.
Do you like this Torquil?
I do.
Do you wish to save his life?
Of course.
Then you will follow us and do as we say.
He's in great danger.
That's the end of it.
If I follow you and do what you say, it will save Torquil's life.
I can't make any promises, but it's the best chance he has.
Oh my god.
So much for
Olaf,
My Uncle Sven said the same thing about my dog before he killed him.
well, your Uncle Sven is a liar. And we are not. We will save Torquil's life.
You're a...
We will.
I'm done talking to you.
Very well. I am sorry that we have upset you.
He's just a child.
You seem to have a way with the younglings. You will father yourself.
Not yet. Not for another 80 years.
80 years. My God.
Yes.
What is this place I have come to, Mooney?
I don't know. I'll be dead and gone by that time.
So you ask a
What?
two-legged crocodile.
Yeah, we only live like another 10
I still
years.
don't know what you look like.
Yeah, we only live like another 10 or 20 years.
Well, better get to it.
Strange times these.
No,
Strange company.
Bjorn, you had said that you would look into whether or not your druids could be trusted.
Aye. It's already done.
Yeah!
Already done.
That's what I'm talking about. That's some efficiency. What have you learned?
One of my druids is missing. The one that cannot be trusted.
It's always that
Does
one.
this belong to him?
Her.
Her?
No.
Okay.
Why does it have to be a him?
Ah,
Yeah.
Fjorton women
everything's a him to me.
are just as strong as any Fjorton man. Sometimes twice as fierce.
Is the dagger a sax?
Yeah, well, these
Yes.
bodies are still tiny.
Sorry, no.
No.
The dagger is not a sax.
What is this?
This dagger is what you would call a stiletto.
Nice.
A very straight point and very thin.
This is
What
an
were the other ones?
assassin's
They were
weapon.
sanguine?
Yeah.
Or,
That's a Chris.
Chris, that's what the other one. Okay.
Cuirass.
This is an assassin's weapon.
A Kyros is a type of
letter?
armor.
Yeah.
Or a concealed one.
An assassin. You can see
I'm drunk, sorry.
striking at the last minute.
Not drunk enough! Yeah!
So would a lady. But yes.
Well,
Have you ever seen this weapon before?
Travelers. Many travelers come through Dragonsport. We are one of the few places that are more open to people coming through. I have to laugh at your misfortune. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's more funny, ha ha, less than. Anyways. Travelers from other lands. I must say,
Oh, the monk.
we gotta slow mo that later.
is he a monk or is he a rogue? Because that looked like sleight of hand.
One of us is going to get that motherfucker.
Nope, not me.
Oh, not yet.
This is about
Pause, everybody. Pause. We got a bug. Oh, wait, you got it.
We'll be right
You got
back.
it. Yeah, time out.
Went away.
we must
Bug.
have a sterile environment.
I can't believe it. They killed like a moth on screen. I am so
We have-
triggered.
Hashtag call PETA.
Honestly, if PETA blacklists us, that'd be the best publicity we could get because people would follow us just to spite PETA.
Oh yeah. John's like, I'm not
All I
comfortable with
seen was
this.
orb.
Anyways.
I'm out.
I love animals.
Yeah.
Not bugs, though.
I like a steak.
A stiletto. I'm not too familiar with them as weapons. Honestly, my first thought would be to turn to the elves, but the elves do not wield the stiletto. It's not necessarily their style.
They learn to use weapons as younglings. They prefer swords, if I remember.
They prefer things that are a bit more curved and fancy.
Well,
Can you locate like the owner of this object in any way?
My seed's madra can only discern so much. If that is what you think is important, we can try.
No.
No.
We're gonna look for that druid and we're gonna hunt them down, and then we're going to.
That is the difficult part about the druids, though. Seed Madra cannot locate the druid if the druid is in an animal form.
Yep. I've heard of this before.
Yeah, that's because I told it to you yesterday.
Let me guess, it's a wolf.
There was a lot of drinking.
You're ruining my cred.
The druid in question, her name is Torda Isvaldavir. You southerners and your funny ways of spelling things. Torva. Thorva.
That's probably it's not like.
Orva. Just, you know what?
Any more vowels in there?
Spell Isvaldavir any way that you feel like. It doesn't matter. Phonetically sound it out, I guess. I don't know.
East Valdavir.
Isvaldavir. Not East. That'd be stupid.
Fiona,
Orva.
Fiona, where are you
What?
keeping?
Orva.
Thorva. Isvaldavir.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
good enough. It's fine.
East, old, what?
Never. Thorva.
Yeah,
Her name
okay.
is Thorva.
Got it.
Where we come from, that almost sounded like a seizure. You were having
Blah, blah, blah.
Well, it's difficult. It's difficult for me to put it in your own common. Here in Fjorda, we call her Torva.
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 Torba.
But you Southerners would say, like. Anyways,
Yes, thank you for attempting to spell it out.
Where are the prisoners?
still in custody.
Well, perhaps they know something about this dagger and who may have wielded it.
Do you have any idea where any more of these Genesis are in town?
Wait, aren't we supposed to just wait?
We've not
for
been
the
able to
druid?
find anything.
Nobody?
I thought that was your plan, yeah?
Yeah.
That you were going to wait for them to come to you.
Yeah, so let's ask where the druid is first, then we check the prisoners. Got it?
It's just odd they're all gone.
Yeah, no, we can do both. Seed Madra can look in on the druids,
Aye.
while we look in on the prisoners.
What about this Thor kill? He was out by the
Torquil, we have it
Out in the
arranged.
woods.
Wait,
We have it arranged for Torquil to
Oh, he was
be.
gonna meet with the child.
we
That's
couldn't
correct.
find obsidian on the first day, right? We
That's
tried
right.
that.
Correct.
Because
Yeah.
we used the medallion, right?
The door to the Great Hall opens once again. A hooded figure steps in, leather armor, chainmail underneath, closes the door behind him. You see a massive hunting bow over his back and walks in. And as he walks in, his head down low, not making eye contact, he unslings his bow.
I ready and
He hands it over to one of the guards. He pulls his sword out, hands it over to another guard, continues walking closer and closer with heavy footsteps, boots across the stone foundation of the Jarl's Hall, axe out from the back, and an axe out from behind, and drops his shield and leans it against a bench. Comes all the way up to the table where the Jarl sits with his other men, and you continue to stand with your clues, and he says, "My Jarl, I have brought shame and dishonor upon my name." And Torquil looks up.
Oh, jeez.
"I have conspired, my Jarl, but I did so out of the benefit of Fjorta and Dragon's Port, and I beg you for your forgiveness. For these four usurpers here, these imposters, they are not allies of the land. They're not allies of our ancestors. Do not be swayed by their honeyed words. Torquil! Is it true that you help Genesis? Aye, my Jarl, I have. I only sought to raise us up, to give us the strength that we need in order to put down the elves for good, to make you the rhyme bearer. My Jarl, I would have seen that you wield the power of the gods themselves, but perhaps I was misguided." Bjornulf looks over to you four. Looks back.
Did he just say that he was wrong and then accuse us of being wrong? How does that work?
While you stood there, ticking away the minutes, waiting for us to come to the Hag's Lair so you could murder us all in cold blood, when did you decide you felt sorry for what you had done?
When did I decide that I felt sorry? Sorry that I did not come forth to my Jarl. I've regretted it since day one. Sorry that I waited to kill you and leave your corpses in the snow. I am not sorry. You are not my brother. You are not Bjornulf the Lesser. You are not Hans.
Yeah, he died.
Aye.
Just like you probably will.
Then it is a fate that I am prepared to meet.
I spit at his feet.
Prepared to meet my fate. I sought the betterment of Fjorta. But whose hands are bloodied with the blood of innocent? Not mine.
I roll my eyes so hard.
I walk up to him and I get like nose to nose, and I look him straight in his eyes and I'm like,
Wait,
I was the innocent one here. Where's the druid?
like nose to chest.
No blows.
Just
Torquil.
clenching my fists.
Torquil is still one of my men.
I believe he is at fault for what's going on here, and he needs to spill his answers or his blood.
Perhaps you can redeem yourself by telling us what this bloody message is all about.
As you say that,
And I'm still in his face.
still in his face.
Yep.
Ember and Mooney, the two of you both notice right away that Olaf, the child, is standing up at the ready. And you, one of the things that you kind of notice about him is that you see that his hair, though it is kind of ear length, it appears to be kind of staticky to it.
Can I like? How fast am I able to like karate chop him to sleep?
You know he's got 6 hit points.
Judo chop.
Excellent question. I don't know.
I foresee doom in your future if you do this.
I never walked out to the
stands
sword
up
to
as
caress.
tall as he
I've always
can.
been beside the Jarl this whole time.
Torquil stands up as tall as he can and as proud as he can, and he looks Nakma, the imposter, right in the eye. What did you ask? You asked him.
I asked him,
Where's the druid?
where's the druid?
I do not know where the druid is. She's out there somewhere.
You failed to
You
mention
do.
what brought this change of heart.
Your betrayal.
Betrayal.
I would have saw you dead in the snow, but instead you have honeyed your way into the Jarl's ear. And so, with you perusing around the streets, trying to stop the progress of people who would see mankind rise up, I give myself up to the Jarl's judgment. And he drops down to a knee and places his hands up in the air.
There's only
And he
That
says,
doesn't make any sense.
two people can see.
He was out near the. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh, I know much about you. My Jarl, it is true that Genesis is alive and well in the city walls, and that one by the name of Obsidian, she comes from a far land, the wastes of Maximus. She wanted to gift a few with sorceress power, but these have come prophesizing doom and destruction, and so she has silenced the prophet, this false prophet. And if that is a crime, my Jarl, to try to protect the people, then I am guilty.
I walk over to where Nakma's holding the blade, and I grab it from him, toss it down at the feet of this man, and I say, do you think the man whose blood stains this blade feels protected or particularly gifted at this moment? I ask you, Jarl, judge this man's companions, not his words. Look who he traffics with. Killers, clearly.
I feel he has a good heart. He's just confused, Taz.
Shackle him. Put him in chains.
Are there any animals?
Wise decision, my lord. Wise decision.
This will be answered soon. No harm is to come to Torquil until this can be sorted out.
Are there any animals watching us from like the inlets of the roof? Anything like that?
Perception search.
I'm trying to see if like I can see anybody's familiars. I only have a +5, so it's like a 16.
There's the scent of cat heavy on the air.
I don't see a cat anywhere.
You don't see a cat.
We know the Sid Madra has a cat familiar.
Yeah.
Well, we know that your cult doesn't wish harm. That's never been questioned. The point of what we're doing is that we've been to the future. The future where Genesis kills everyone because your ritual goes bad.
Aye.
So
Prophets.
we don't question your intentions, but merely the outcome, in which to switch and change the outcome. Can you not see the logic in this?
Have a funny way of approaching it. My fate is the Jarl's judgment.
What
I
prophet
have no
you slain?
regrets.
Hold on. We all want the same thing. The safety of this town.
He
Why
was a
can't-
bit short-sighted for a prophet.
We all want the safety of this town.
I've heard enough. Mooney, shackle him. And then I would hear your counsel in private.
All right. I walk up to him and I grab a pair of shackles from one of the guards, and I bring them up behind him and I say, "Hands behind your back."
His hands up, you grab them and you put them behind him. The shackles clink closed.
I make it a little too tight.
You
so
put it,
hurts. Yeah.
the pin in place, and he's shackled up. A couple of the other Jarl's men take Yolvik.
Kind of whisper something in his ear.
Yeah.
Say, You feel these scaly hands. They're gonna be around your throat by the end of the day.
It's not the best you got.
Can we take a break?
Can I try to intimidate?
Now is a great
now's
time to
a
take a
good
break.
time.
So I'd like to see if we got any donations. If we did get donations to hit tiers during breaks, we will be handing out any milestones that we got. So we'll take a break now, see if we hit any milestones,
back.
and be right back.
We'll be right back.
Enchanted Lands.
Wow, that is a tune from a commercial.
I love those who yearn for the impossible, don't you, my minions? In the pursuit of saving the many, our heroes have already damned a few. A delicious twist of irony, wouldn't you agree, my little heretics? Anyways, here's what you may have missed from the last time. Act 1, wherein we find our humble heroes raiding the cult of Genesis. Bursting through the door with a mean right hook, young Nakmok crushed the face of the first man to appear. On came the pious Ember, a righteous fury burning in his eyes as he revealed Agapalazia's might to a heathen of the Genesis cult. Next was Mooney. He marched in like a scaled sentinel, holding the line and defending his friends. Balthazar shrouded himself in darkness and ran upstairs to secure the floor. Their approach was aggressive. The dragonborn and half-orc cultists were left with no choice but to surrender. Once the dust had settled, a terrible truth washed over them. The woman they killed was no heathen, just the wife of an unconscious but soon-to-be grieving husband. Act 2, wherein we find our Arctic adventurers using information they gained from the Genesis cult. Taking the initiative, Balthazar and Ember secured young Olaf ahead of Torkil's arranged meeting with the boy. Now, Obsidian would have to come to them. In light of this, the time-tossed Guardians decided to force her hand. They would confront her at the Grove, once they found a way in, that is. They all agreed that the best place for the fanatical prisoners was at the Jarl's longhouse, so they proceeded there with all haste. Act 3, wherein the Jarl and our heroes come to know each other at last. Finally, proper introductions were made, and the Jarl confirmed what the brave band already knew. The satchel was a red herring. The tragic Jarl, Bjornvald the Betrayed, explained to our heroes that Torkil was lying in wait at the lair of a green hag. It was to be an ambush. Knowing that Torkil was to visit the boy's home on the following afternoon, the Jarl agreed to arrest him there. Meanwhile, our heroes continue on their collision course with Obsidian and her fell ritual. Well, what do you think, my minions? Will our Arctic adventurers succeed in bending fate to their will? Or will they fail once more and remain frozen in time, a warning to those who would attempt the impossible? Let us dim the heavenly lights and spy upon them for just a tidbit more, shall we?
9 viewers, good timing.
We are live.
Welcome back, everybody. Woo!
Live with 9 viewers for anybody
Let me fuck up
who.
the camera while I'm sitting down.
Whoa!
yeah, we're good.
We're good. 9 viewers.
We're gonna take it down a notch.
We got a donation!
Everyone out there who is watching, so we are doing this little charity thing. Tell us, Ember, how do people access the charity?
Okay, so when you're watching on Twitch, right below is our bio and all those little tabs that's got all the crazy information. The top left one is about the charity that we're running. The first link is the campaign. The second link is the donate. You just click donate, and you fill in like 3 things. Credit card number, I'm assuming, and click donate. If you want to take a look at the cool milestones that you'll unlock, it's under the campaign. Now that it's actually happening, I'll probably just get a text version of the list and put the text version of the milestones above the donation link or whatever, so you guys can see it. But so far, with a $25 donation, which
Super cool.
which is anonymous, but that person really loves Derek.
Derek Love.
There are certain clues to
There
their
are
identity.
Yes, we are aware of their identity. We have unlocked 6 cool things. So the DM
cool.
and the player both have a D4, a D8, and a free inspiration to use at any time throughout the rest of our journey tonight.
Nice.
We'll just use them up tonight.
Yeah,
Just play 'em.
We'll try anyway.
Yeah,
right?
because I'm hoping that there'll be a battle.
DM inspiration. How about with DM inspiration? That's where I make you roll with disadvantage.
Oh, that's perfect. However you want to use it.
Whatever
Yeah.
you want
I
to do.
don't really want to roll back here where nobody can see
Yeah,
it, but when
But
we
you can
roll
toss
up
a
there,
D4 and a D8 on top of whatever you want.
yeah, I'm gonna.
Wait,
my rolls are
dead.
How about the
subtraction.
DM inspiration is a DM divination?
Can we wait till we're
Yeah.
level
He can
18?
take them off of ours.
like before any of us roll, he's like, "You get a 14."
You did nothing.
Ooh.
I'd have to call it out before you roll.
That's right.
Well, we can talk about all this
Anyway,
later, and it's
yeah,
for
oh God,
future
he's
for
cooking a
future
14.
inspiration or milestones. That's what I meant to say. Anyway, thank you so much.
Yes,
you guys are
thank
awesome.
you.
Yeah,
So
let's do it. Let's go.
That's
Our
awesome.
campaigns, our charity campaign will go on for a little bit.
It's well
Please
underway.
donate.
Thank you.
It goes to the American Heart Association, which is I believe it's the #1 killer of men and women over 50. And
Yeah,
Right.
heart disease is a bigger killer than cancer, actually.
It is.
So
put the stat up on the
It
campaign.
is.
it's a big thing. Heart disease is a big thing.
It kills a lot of women.
Yeah, it's a bigger killer than breast cancer. You know why
It is.
people always do breast cancer? Because breast cancer makes you think of sexy things.
Well, there's awareness.
Heart disease is a
Not so
different thing.
sexy.
Maybe as our stretch
No.
goal, we can stat
I got a sexy
heart
heart.
disease and kill it in game. Sorry, guys.
I both love and hate you at the same time.
I like it.
We're gonna jump back to our game.
New monster.
Jumping back to our game, our last scene ended with Yolvik in chains being escorted away. That gives you guys a little bit of time. You know events are coming up, but you don't know a whole lot else.
Taking Olaf to the circle.
Right.
The choices you have made have had consequences.
Of course.
But what happens next?
We killed a lot of people.
Yeah.
I didn't kill
mean,
anybody. I don't know.
I
what
guess
you're
I've
talking
killed a lot
about.
of people.
Well, I believe that the cultists sent us this message as a form of psychological warfare to try to get into our heads. That we're somehow unprepared for what's about to happen, when the truth is they're the ones who are scared. It's just my belief. I could be wrong, but I don't really see that our plan has changed very much. I mean, we know 2 druids are loyal. We can get into the grove. We know that's where the ritual has to take place, and we have the boy.
Well, cultists
And
by
told.
very nature wish to remain anonymous and operate in the shadows. So just by showing them the light, we've thrown them off their game.
That
We're
is
talking
true.
like out loud inside of the.
Right. We're
Yes, you are talking out loud.
This is real, Mooney.
Yeah,
You are not drunk.
Necron's just staring at
I don't know.
Ember.
I think it's
and
what I've
just
been drinking.
soaking and absorbing in what he just said.
Have some
Felt
more.
that quite deep.
Quite deep.
Quite deep.
We call this the hair of the warg.
So, My Jarl, where are your 2 remaining loyal druids now?
They are about the hall,
Well,
tending to their duties.
perhaps they could show us the grove. We can better learn of our battlefield, survey the area.
Since you believe that your adversary wishes to go to the grove, then yes, I will ensure that you have access to it. You may prepare for the coming trials any way that you see fit.
Okay. I'm curious to know if any preparations have been made, any recent carvings on the cairns. I'd like to see if there's any evidence of them having been there. Just so we can kind of understand at what state we have found ourselves in their ritual.
Are we to bring the boy?
If it were up to me, I'd lock him in a cell for his own safety.
She may not show up if we don't bring him.
Is the boy not her primary target?
It is.
Yeah.
The grove may or may not be crucial. It is difficult to say.
He's not heavy.
The boy, we know, is portable. And so far does appear to be a part of her plan. Of course, I leave it up to you. Though I loathe to admit it, say the word, and I shall call upon Hans.
What, on Torquil?
Torquil will answer to me.
Well,
Who do you wish to be executed?
He was talking about the boy. Didn't you hear that?
Oh, Lord.
He's talking about who?
You didn't hear the subtext there?
Oh, that's a lot of great subtlety you got there.
Dead kid.
yeah.
Wait, what? You what?
Didn't expect
Hey,
it.
hey, nobody said that. We're going to kill Olaf, okay?
Mooney.
Olaf.
Mooney, are you nervous? Stop talking now.
Shh, hold on.
It's fine.
Come here.
This is a whole lot of...
Listen, come
Mac, come on.
to Hans's
the door.
giant.
They know who we are. Can you get out of this body?
Executioner beckons you.
Got the door, Mac.
Come to Hans's
Fine.
big saved hands.
I walk
You guys have not been honest
totally
and
won't hurt
open about this from the beginning.
Okay. What do you want to know that
I was to be
trust us?
trained to be one of the Jarl's men. And yet you talk about me like I'm not even in the room?
My lord Jarl, if he is brave, he will be one of your men someday. Will he not? Tell the boy.
Tell him to suck
If
it
the
up.
boy is brave and able, he may serve as one of the Jarl's men.
And what if he is dead?
And if he dies, then may it be with honor and glory.
Olaf, are you listening? Do you wish to live?
You must calm your temper, my young friend. All is well. There are no issues here that aren't being handled by those of us that are most capable. You must trust us and calm down.
Most capable, my ass. It seems like my fate's been left to a bunch of bumbling buffoons.
You wish to spit upon the executioner's axe, then? Is that really what you're doing?
It's mostly a spear.
Through the air,
Many Christmas.
right at the executioner. It lands, it falls short, but it hits you in the leg.
Hold on.
Considering the fact that your
Boy
form
needs
is an
some
illusion,
banners.
it's an unusual spectacle to see what just happened.
Big old tongue come out of my mouth and then lick it and then bring it back out.
How about we set a guard around the grove, and should the druid come knocking, trying to enter, the Jarl will take him, but we ourselves with the boy will take a different location and draw her there to a battleground of our choosing. That storm, that raging, whirling mass of sleet and snow, it nearly killed me last time. I don't know that she can create that without the grove.
She may not show up at all. If the grove is not protected, and if the boy does not show. In which case, we just postpone the inevitable. And maybe she can strike when we're not ready. There's only one way to confront this, and that's upon this same timeline that we are on.
So you propose we just...
The Jarl must be there to fight.
All right.
The boy must be there to die.
What?
If needed. But we are hoping to stop this.
Why has no one taken him out of the room yet?
Hold on. It's his life too. He should know. And
I'm being as honest as I can.
listen to me. We're all hunters here. We're not people who wait around. Maybe we use them as bait.
Oh, that's a lot.
So we show up early if we're inside of the grove, then we know only the people with the druids can come in. We're kind of protected.
Yeah.
Kind of.
So then we're playing capture the flag.
So we bring in the two
so we go
druids
and
with
capture
us.
it now.
We hold it. It's our job to guard the flag for a while.
We have the flag.
I like this idea.
All right.
I like it as well. We
Hey.
lure her there.
Play offense.
Very well. It's time for a fight, Mooney.
Oh, God, we're all gonna die. All my plans go bad. They've all gone bad so far. I killed the guards.
Well, in all fairness...
They quit making so much sense.
You see several of the Jarl's men look around like
killed the
uncomfortably.
I killed
It's not what you
that
think.
guy's
Well,
wife.
it's kind of exactly what you think, but that's not important to know.
Shit.
I throw my bread in, hit him in the back of the head. Shut up.
We're all well rested. Let's move.
Thunk in the back of my back.
And so you advance out. You leave the Jarl's Hall and you make your way to the grove, to the outside of the Jarl's Hall, and begin to prepare.
With the two druids.
Two of the druids in hand.
Very well. And any of the Jarl's men with us, the Jarl himself.
The Jarl himself is there with you, and a few of the Jarl's men have moved out into the area surrounding the place. They're not here, but they're out looking, trying to gather information so that they can come to you when they see something suspicious. And should one of my men find who you believe to be the one behind all of this, they will run to the hall and sound the alarm bell, and my men will come running. And until that time, we must hold our ground.
Right? It sounds like as good a plan as any. So, and you're sure that the other cultists are well secured, as well as Torquil. There'll be no escaping for them.
I have a few of my good men watching the two of them.
All right. I'm not the only one
I have doubts.
that noticed the boy is becoming a bit unstable, am I?
Right there.
Yeah, he's literally right there.
There.
Yeah.
Right there.
I mean,
We can't exactly bag and gag him.
All right, hold on a second. Olaf. Do you feel any kind of like magic welling up inside of you or really strong emotions?
Yeah, I feel a little angry at you.
good. Use that. There will be people that are
Wait.
coming for you.
Wait,
you
no.
must not let
Use
them
the
take
anger.
you.
Maybe
Like
just
that
let it
idea.
all out right now and like
That's the best thing.
I feel like that's the best way to let this all go forward.
Anger.
What would you say to us right now if you were like able to talk freely? This is a safe space.
May I call you Hans?
I'm Mooney.
Mooney, why don't you go bugger yourself off in the bushes? You stupid bastard.
What else?
Bitch, that felt good.
You're ugly?
You feel any better?
No.
Child.
You're short.
Insults and anger.
Give him some cheese.
These are the way of the dark side. You must remember there's light in you. Remember your mother, things that she's taught you. Remember her and take a deep breath. Come back to us. We're here to save you.
Probably the first nice thing that I think any of you have ever said to me. What took you so long? You want me to be your friend? You
That's
come
not-
to me and you promise training? The only thing you've trained me for is to harden my heart and to close off outsiders.
That's lesson number one.
Sometimes training comes in stages,
Out of the mouth of babes.
and sometimes hardening your heart is the first step. But keep it open, and your mind. What we're doing here is important.
Yet to be seen.
Indeed.
It is true you have a role to play. You will see soon enough. And we bust on over to the Grove.
Out to the grove. Hi, doggo. There's the doggo over here. Oh, doggo's
It's
gone.
not a dog.
Are we setting up a map?
That's for you.
Yeah, where did that map go that I take that with me?
I mean, if we don't have a map, then that means we gotta bust out the Dwarven tiles.
Yeah.
So there was this Gigantor map. I think this is the one you're talking about. It is. It is.
Hey, there it is.
Clear the
Wow.
deck.
Yeah, we're gonna need
Yeah, it's huge.
deck here.
Gentlemen,
I was totally blown away by the size of
big
this map. I didn't realize how big it was when I was getting it ready. Just ignore the giant magical circle there. That's not really there right
It's not
now.
there yet.
Yeah.
In all the trees.
Yeah, what do you mean? Yeah, it's my job to foreshadow.
Never going to be there.
Circle.
I mean, that's the goal, right?
Can't hear you.
man,
This area is so small. Now that I think about it, it's gonna be really hard to guard people from like getting in here.
but not really.
Do I have a teenager looking like...
Man, if only
I
Lando
really
had
want
told
to tell
us
Olaf
this
to
would work.
get his stuff together. His mom's gonna be dead tomorrow.
You say that to me right now?
Harden your shit, kid.
If only Lando would have told you if this worked or not, but you know...
Yeah. Lando's
It'll
pretty
be
busy.
fire next time. It's all.
Whatever. What about Lando? I mean, I'm sure he's busy. He's got stuff to do, right?
I hope
Yeah,
he comes back with like
heard he
one
split.
arm. He's like,
He totally saw that shit
somebody
coming.
took my arm off. They said it was revenge.
This
Whose arm did you cut
broadcast
off?
brought to you by Chips.
Lando sounds like Mr. Poopy Butthole, and I approve.
Okay.
I was thinking Gingerbread Man from Shrek.
Yeah.
That'll work too.
Took my gumdrop buttons.
Man,
Do you know the Muffin Man?
I
Muffin
think...
Man? The Muffin Man.
I think I'm like... I'm thinking even further back than the rest of you. I was thinking like Mr. Bill.
Mr. Bill.
It's very Mr. Bill.
Hey, Mr. Bill, what's going on? Oh, nothing!
All right, so map's on cam.
There's a phone there.
Whoa, dude. Fucking bag.
May I please have a
Too
listen?
much space, sucker.
What's up?
We're having a little turf battle.
Oh yeah, it's all right,
Encroaching.
though. You guys battling over the corner of the triangle.
Turf.
This is the hard line in the sand, right?
We call this Danlandia.
Yeah.
Get away from us, Ricklandia.
This is Danland.
Touchy.
Diceberg.
Diceberg.
Nice.
Get this wizard's tower out of my land. Or pay rent.
Okay, so we are hanging in the middle.
Okay,
Sweet.
Who wants to sit in the middle? Because I'm thinking like offense on the outside.
I don't have any teenagers who are not like, oh, I'm gonna fall
Oh, I
over.
want to see a Henry Potter.
So
Harry Potter.
you do?
Henry.
That's what you want?
Probably better, actually.
Got a Harry
Pull
Potter.
off. This Henry Potter is brought to you by.
This guy.
Oh shit!
Yeah, here's Olaf.
Henry Potter. He's
There
a
he is! I knew it.
Listen, Harry Potter is totally a sorcerer.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
You
You
got
don't see any books on him.
got the Jarl
Okay.
and
Oh.
He's weighty too.
wife beater, Dickies.
He's not a light Harry Potter. He's got some
Henry
weight to
Potter.
He's
him.
made of pewter.
Henry Peter.
Get out of here, pewter. Oh, pewter. I should have known it was
Dirty
you.
chalk blood.
Mr.
Pewter.
Pewter. Henry Pewter. That's
Henry Peter.
write that down. That is the greatest NPC ever.
The Peter.
Henry Pewter.
Made of stone.
Please donate $10 now if you want an NPC named Henry Pewter.
Can he be a
Oh
dwarf?
shit.
Henry Pewter?
Yeah, come on.
Maybe.
Dwarf. They're all named after stones.
Yeah.
Pewter.
Gotta
Oh
be.
man.
Donate $10. It'll be there. Give it 5 minutes.
Welcome. We've got a few new viewers. We're up to 9.
All right.
We're about to do battle.
Hey, new viewers, please donate to our charity for
Yes.
the American Heart Association. If you want an NPC named Henry Pewter,
Computer. Computer.
If,
All right.
if you're just joining us, we have met some goals tonight, some milestones. We've got a D4, a D8, and some inspirations on both sides of the table. Both sides of the
Yeah, both sides of the screen.
the screen. There you
Yeah.
go. That's what I meant to say. Thank you.
That's right.
So if that comes up, that's why. All right, here we are.
all right. You take to the grove. The Jarl's Grove sits to the side of his home. The trees are thick. There are cairns of stones circling around. Then they glow gently with a soft blue light. You have some time, maybe a lot of time, maybe not a lot of time, but you have time, apparently, before Obsidian of the group known as Genesis. You call them a cult, they wouldn't really think of themselves as a cult. They kind of think of themselves as like the saviors of man, but you know, whatever.
They're not really into labels.
delusions
You
and-
know.
Yeah.
Okay. Big saviors of
they're-
all.
They're
All
kind of modern and they
women,
see
men, they
themselves.
don't care.
Yeah, they're like a cult in the ironic sense.
Right. Yeah.
Obsidian. Hello.
They're singing Kumbaya.
Yeah, champion of the people.
It's funny.
Oh yeah.
It's the cultures. We're really just a brotherhood of
Just
friends.
Oh god.
the
Yeah.
Brotherhood of Friends.
Yeah. Okay. Bright and shiny. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Mr. Pickle out there is laughing somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you do?
What do we do? Where is
I started digging.
I see
pit traps, bamboo
turtle.
traps.
I see a bunch of bad guys in the Jarl. Where are we? We need some minis out here.
Oh, do I need to give you those too?
Yeah.
I thought you had your own.
Oh, you have mine.
It's working. They're making it.
Well, now.
Are those the traps you want to put out?
Forge is making it.
He's gonna be like, listen, I just want to. Oh God, my legs. Oh God.
Trap.
Oh, what is?
Just poop on the pit traps. Ledger man.
Okay, so what is the disease you get? Not disease, but like what?
Dysentery? No.
No, it's not tetanus. It's
No.
Minotaur.
No. You're talking about like the what poop gives you in an open wound?
yeah, sepsis.
Sepsis is general.
Yeah. that's
Thanks
probably
for
what it
tuning
is.
in.
Anyway,
Here we discuss what injuries you get when you get stabbed.
Necrosis. But
gangrene.
yeah, you have to cut it off eventually. I don't know what the
Anyway,
infection is, but
yeah,
I was gonna say,
I
it's
dig
an
holes and I
infection.
put sticks
real
inside
bad.
of them.
It's
like
really
super
bad.
like a champion.
Yeah.
How long does it take you to dig a hole?
They're only about
2
4 feet
minutes.
deep, right?
Yeah, he's fast.
They
He's fast. He did.
put their eggs in holes. So you can dig a hole.
Okay, how about like a 2-foot hole? And they're 5 feet long.
Having in person dug a 3-foot hole before in my life, it took me about
Takes a little while.
takes me about 3 hours to dig a decent.
2-foot hole.
No, Union, dude.
Yeah,
You gotta-
totally. Yeah, he's
like 3 breaks, like 2 cigarette breaks, like lunch, like
Two guys will stare at the hole while one guy's digging.
yeah, like
Hey,
mean
put my
mugging
shovel
everyone
down.
who walks around you. Like
I got a hold of dick.
Listen, you got a badge to be on this
gotta take
side?
a smoke break before my break.
Hey, you see that Minotaur over there?
Going you off. I'll be rolling up a new character.
I don't
probably.
see it. Oh, there, wow, Minotaur.
Yeah.
You know what? That Minotaur dick over there, go choke on it.
Here, we got some of that for you.
At some point, it strikes Ember the disillusion.
It's a hanging.
Disillusion. This seeming of sorts was probably a concentration spell of some kind. And then
And you notice that it actually has begun to fade slowly.
and with our
But you
time
notice
traveling friend.
as you guys are kind of looking around at yourselves
Yeah.
and everything, you see that the illusion itself is kind of, it was a lingering thing, but maintained somehow, and that it's still there, although it's like a transparent overlay to who you really are.
Weird. That's cool.
Hey, wait.
Someone describe me.
You're little.
The you as we see or the you that was before?
Hey,
Because we see a little of both.
why didn't we ask the lady to go find Lando?
Oh, well, I did ask her to find out whose blood was on the dagger. It seems as if we know now.
Yeah.
Yes, our small friend may be gone.
What are you doing over there? Digging a hole?
He's.
I'm thinking about
Something.
running back real quick.
Running back?
I think I
For
could
what?
still save Lando if I talk to the witch. Can you guys save everything else?
I don't think you should leave us, Mooney.
Well, I think he might be the key to all this, right? He brought us here, and if he dies in this round, then we probably all die, right?
Lando didn't bring me here.
Mooney, I trust you with my life. If you truly think that this gnome's life is key to this and can be saved, then by all means, go. But
Can we summon the witch here to really do it? To do it really quick?
All this does is raise the stakes. This is the one chance. This is our one chance to do it.
Well, if he dies, there's no return, right?
That's what I'm saying.
what do you mean? Yeah, he told us this was the last time anyways.
Did he?
Yes, he said there's no more after this.
Well, what's keeping us all like
Us.
together?
He left anyways.
Our
He ran in
illusions are
fear.
fading more by the minute.
Well, he left because somebody like sold him out, but that's here nor there.
How would you save a dead man's life, Mooney? He's gone.
There was enough blood in there to kill a man.
We could still
Even a
find
wee-
him and bring him back to
wee
life
man.
here. Like he's still here. As long as the spell's still working, he's still alive.
Do you possess the magic required to return the dead to life?
No, but as long as he's still breathing and the magic's still working, he's still alive. As long as I still have this pasty human skin
fading.
that's very weak and easy to.
Olaf!
Oh boy.
Perhaps we speak too much.
Olaf!
I dug one hole. That's it.
Yeah, go ahead and remove the rest
Olaf?
of those dice.
Whose voice do we hear?
You don't recognize it.
Don't. Which way is it coming from?
I walk towards Olaf.
Over here.
I grab a strip of leather.
I met his mother, but not his father. Is it a male's voice?
It's a male's voice.
And I walk behind Olaf and I start to bind his hands behind his back.
What are you doing?
Olaf, my friend.
No!
Fridge.
No! No!
I've seen the future.
You are not my friend.
We are here to save you.
By tying me up,
Neck
I'm
neck.
not gonna
I
tie
am
you up.
not an animal.
I'm only gonna bind your hand.
No!
Break his arm.
It's important.
It is my life.
You will not be able to
It is
cast
my
a spell
life.
with your hands.
If I am able to do this, then I will do it, and then I will face this head on. You will not bind my hands.
Does he have a hold of him?
No,
Did he make a grapple check?
no. I wish only to save your life, but if you prefer it this way, so be it. Who is that calling? Do you know their voice?
No, I don't.
Okay, stay close.
Call out to it.
Close. This is a man, whatever you are, who.
Man, my instincts to save your life are dwindling. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Let's hope I don't have to return the favor.
Whatever,
my
child.
God.
No idea what you're.
Where is this voice coming from?
Over here.
Over here, somewhere.
Yeah. Over
Got
here.
you. All right. Where do I use?
Any of them are fine.
You used a dragon bolt before, right?
I will peer off in that direction, looking to see if I can tell who it is that's calling out Olaf's name.
That's pretty dope.
Go ahead, make a roll.
Perception? Is that Ramon?
You hear a voice?
Sure, yeah. That's just an 8. Because I am not perceptive.
Oh, nice.
Whoa.
Actual lizard folk?
Yeah, that's probably better. I like that one with the bone, though.
Yeah, he's cool. I like him. Look, he's got a turtle shell shield. Where have I seen that before?
Nice. 11 viewers. Woo!
11 viewers. Nice. Okay. A voice is calling out from the woods. Olaf! On the outside of the grove, your attentions all turn to the source of it. Two men in this direction. Medium armed. They have weapons, they have armor. You don't recognize their faces. You look over, you catch eyes with the Jarl. Not my men.
Is this are one of those Olaf's father?
No.
Who are these men? Olaf, who are these men to you?
I don't know them.
And yet they search for you. Do I see the Genesis symbol on either of them?
You do not. Too far away. You can't make out any fine details.
Strangers! Stop right there. That is quite far enough.
Oh, indeed! This has come quite far enough.
Did they stop?
They stop.
Okay.
They stand where they are. From where they are to you, pretty much open line of sight.
Okay.
It has come far enough. You, who would see mankind. You're a traitor to your own race. You would see us suffer when Genesis has offered ascension.
Where is Obsidian? And we may yet let you leave.
Oh, that's rich. Let us leave.
Eldritch Blast.
Passive perception.
I hope it's like another just regular dude. You just blow
Passive
it.
perception, Ember and Mooney. You two guys, you two pick up that there's somebody hiding in the bushes over here.
I smell it. I go, all right.
Yeah. Your passive perception has picked it up.
I probably missed.
So when you...
Oh my god, are they fake?
No.
Are they bombs?
Shut up for a second.
I'm just kidding.
When you make an aggressive attack that sparks combat, you roll initiative right there. And then, because you're doing an attack out of nowhere randomly, that means it's a surprise round.
Okay.
So, as you're conjuring up the spell, your friends are already on high alert. That means everyone rolls initiative.
All right.
And I'm going to make that count as your initiative.
Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah, you
That means
rolled.
3.
You rolled, yeah.
How many hours has it been since, the wee early morning, since my dream?
Still early.
It's been quite a few hours. You're probably looking at about lunchtime right now. It's probably a good 12 hours, maybe slightly less than. How do you like that answer?
It's fun. It's a good answer.
All right.
19.
19 for Nakma. Moving up. What else? Who else have we got?
To the east side.
Mad Mooney.
I got a 10. No,
10.
9, sorry.
Okay. Where's my other... There we go. Okay. Mad Mooney got a 10. And these guys got... Oh, nice. Okay. Nakma, what'd you get?
19.
19?
Jeez.
Mad Mooney, you got a 9. Taz!
I
Taz!
told you 3.
Thank you, that's right.
Sorry.
Ember!
19.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
What? Ooh.
He's only had good initiative so far.
Who?
Amber.
Oh, yeah.
So far.
I have had
It's all been over 15 every single roll.
Do you have Dex at all?
very middle
Yeah,
of the
plus
road
3.
rolls.
Nothing lasts forever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna come around.
It's no BB,
It's
man.
gonna come around.
She hugged the bottom like it was her best friend.
I loved
That's where she lived.
having been at the bottom of the lineup made me feel so good.
Yeah, it really did. It's like, well, I cast heal.
Not everyone wants to go first.
Yeah.
Nakma, you are first. You see that Balthazar has conjured up magical energy as these two people on the outskirts of this magical circle have approached, and he does not like their answers. Magic coursing through his hands, already prepared to make his attack, but you are on top of it. You are ready. You see the warning signs. What do you do?
What do I do? Nakma is going to let Taz do his thing.
Nakma doesn't do anything.
Pass.
Ember,
Actually, I turn around.
Turn.
got it. You turn around.
Turn around. Fools. Smell poop in the air.
Ember.
I'm gonna let Taz zap him.
Ember's going to turn towards the hidden gentleman that he has discovered.
This one over here. Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I believe I'm within 60, right? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Okay, I'm gonna... Is this... No, it's not difficult terrain, yeah? Okay, I'm gonna...
Not difficult terrain. The magical circle is not currently there.
No, that's there. I forgot about that, dude.
Pulling the wooden carved starfish from its holster, I give it a spin, and as it's spinning, it starts to levitate above my hand. Say, sorry, I used to have this. Thelia Morta! And its eye starts to glow, and you see a beam of light. As I point it down, the beam of light coalesces into sound waves, and they start spiraling towards my target. It needs to make a wisdom save.
Wisdom saving throw from the hidden person in the back. Wisdom saving throw. Cover does not do him any good. He makes a wisdom save. He gets a total of 13.
It passes.
13 is a pass.
No
Got it.
damage.
No damage. As he stands in his side, magic ripples out, flies through the air, and crashes. And you see him stop and shrug. But he shakes it off. The bad guys.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to back up right to here again.
Being as that they are in a surprise round, they do not get any actions. However, they are no longer surprised. And another one has kind of made itself known. Over here! Oh, way over there. And Nakma falls asleep.
Slips in the ice.
Sorry, and then one more over there. Right about there.
Oh, shit.
There we go. It's over!
So, right now I have it zoomed into about here.
So, on the
You want
outskirts...
me to zoom it out?
I don't think we have to.
Okay.
It'll all move in. On the outskirts of what our viewers can see, on the outskirts of what you are viewing,
Yeah.
here we go. Out here
Right.
There's other stuff going on.
are people who are approaching. I like it. It adds suspense. So, like, what's out there? Can't see.
Yeah,
Can't
we
see.
don't know either.
Oh,
crazy.
You're about to find out. Mad Mooney, our lizard folk monk.
I let out a big sigh. And then I run off into the woods.
Goodbye then.
I don't say anything to them as I run off into the woods.
As you rush out there, you nearly careen into a person hiding behind a tree.
Nice. Awesome.
No flipping.
I can't believe you just did that. Yep. Yeah, they were right there. How did...
I look at them and they look at me and I'm just like, shh. As I place the helmet onto my head and I pull out that drink, the strange drink that I was given the night before, and I start drinking it as much as I can.
Oh, Lord.
That's a free action, buddy.
That's not it's an action to use an object.
It is an action to use a potion. It is a free action to drink anything that's not a potion.
Weird rule, but it's the truth.
Oh my god.
It is. It is a weird rule, but it's the truth.
Whap.
Okay, how much can I drink of that? Like, I try to finish the whole bottle.
You can quaff it, I think.
Okay, I try to quaff it.
It was
I
like
don't know. Can lizards open up their
50
throat?
ounces or something.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
that's right. It was huge.
It was
Yes,
enormous.
lizards can open up their throat.
So how much of a 3 liter pours out in 6 seconds?
How big's the gap?
A lot.
You're gonna take
At
your whole
least a
action
liter.
to
A
drink.
lot.
How big's the opening?
Let's say you drink a lot.
Let's say you drink a liter.
Okay.
That's still a lot.
Okay.
That's a lot.
1 liter.
That's like a fifth, right?
Damn.
It's like a fifth of alcohol.
Yes.
Okay.
Just
Of some
Yes.
pretty
Yeah.
strong elven spirits.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happens. All right.
Yeah, I failed that hard. So I'm hammered.
Already?
And
Quick buzz.
as soon as I put on this helmet, I yell out,
Yeah.
I turn toward this guy and I say, "Who's up next?"
So this is all after you motion for him to shush.
Yeah. So now I'm going to beat the shit out of him.
Okay.
Okay. You are hammered. That is rolls disadvantage.
Unless you want to use the inspiration dice.
Oh yeah, let's use that inspiration. dice.
Yeah, let's use this. This one's for you, Stevicus.
Oh, you just made our.
He was anonymous.
No, he's
but
not.
not by choice.
He said he didn't know why I was
All right.
anonymous,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm
Oh,
calling him
Nobody
out.
does it.
Yep.
That's
You
a
using it?
12.
You
Yeah.
using it?
Yeah, I did. It was a disadvantage.
Why? Oh, you're drunk.
So it
Ah.
just blanks it off.
So
Okay. Players used.
What was your total?
it's a +5. So 15, 16, 17.
Hit.
Oh,
Nice.
yes.
Good slappy. Slappy happy.
All right. Since I'm using my,
Funny.
I'm gonna pull out my spear and hit him with this. So that is a D6, 6 +3,
Nice.
so 9 damage, right off the front here, and I'm going to pump a fury of blows into him.
What is this first attack? What are you doing to attack him?
I pull out the spear and I jab it into him.
Okay. In your flurry of blows, continue on.
I let go of the spear, and I turn around and I'm going to hit him with a tail whip first.
Okay.
And then as I move around again, I'm gonna backhand him with my fist.
2 more shots.
Got
Go
it.
ahead. Unarmed. At disadvantage.
Okay. First disadvantage. Ooh. A 11 doesn't hit, right?
11 does not hit.
Tail whip misses.
Swing and a miss.
16 and a 15 +5.
Oh,
Hit.
Yes.
Nice.
So as I swing backwards, I hit him with my fist.
yeah.
For it's a D4.
Still a D4.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get to add your modifier. Three?
That is 3
Nice.
plus
That's
3. So 6
Alright.
damage.
So 15 total.
Like that.
Yeah. Did 9, then 6.
Yeah.
So,
Nice round. Monkey
you
monk.
rush up.
So he's he's maybe using an ability or something. What are you looking at?
Okay, yeah. So 2 unarmed strikes is a bonus action. So as I hit him twice with the spear and only my backhand, I look at him and laugh and say, "Come and get some." And I run this way 10 feet.
So you already used full movement.
I get 10 feet extra for being tipsy.
Okay. Where are you going?
I'm gonna move directly this way,
10.
Nice.
and I don't take opportunity
As you
attacks.
rush up there with your spear strikes forward and right into the side, piercing through some of the leather armor on this person. You see that it's magically enchanted, but you somehow manage to pierce into it. And then you drop the spear, as you said, and you jump up and kind of whirlwind with a tail whip, but it strikes leather armor and harmlessly across, but with the backhand right across the face. The person stops a little bit. You land on your feet, unsure of yourself, and kind of stumble backwards a little bit this way as they try to attack at you, but you're already waving in weird directions, and they are expecting you to fall over. You maintain your footing, tumbling backwards into the snow, and the person looks at you, confused as to what the hell was that?
So crazy. So crazy.
And then they look down at the spear in the snow.
That's great.
And Taz, your turn.
Okay.
That'll make a good little comic clip
So, Taz, pulls his arcane focus with a flourish, which is an obsidian dagger, and his gaze sort of like loses focus for a second, like he's staring at something right in front of him. Yes, that's it, he says, and he stabs the air right in front of him, cuts a circle, scalps the very fabric of reality itself, peels it back, and cosmic rays burst forth as he eldritch blasts this dude here.
Oh,
This was so cool.
what's with that crazy roll?
8. 10, no,
8 plus
yeah.
5.
Yeah, 8, 10.
Yeah.
10 to hit.
I'm not gonna do it.
Which one?
This guy.
Can we add a? We can add.
We can add. You got? Do we want to add?
Yeah,
All right, let's add.
Use it. What do you want? 4 or 8?
I think I'm gonna need the 8. That's only 10.
Everyone cool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
All right,
you for the
Steelkiss.
donations.
Yeah, this is for
Yes.
you, buddy. Let reality rend this fool.
Yeah,
Another 5.
15
Does
total.
15 do it?
You better say yes.
No.
All right. Well, maybe next time.
Let it be said, Jesse's not.
That's
Doesn't
good.
fall to peer pressure.
Roll better. I'm sorry. I'll try.
Anything else there, Balthazar?
Oh, come on. Don't say it like that.
Balto! I know somebody out there's cheering right now.
Yep.
Balto.
No.
Balto
Not-
fans
not
out
for
there?
now. Well, yeah, I guess I'll take cover here behind this Karen.
Oh yeah, cover.
Mm-hmm.
Smirked.
Okay, next.
Bad.
Nobody wants to fuck with Nakmal.
So we're still on surprise round, no?
Surprise round is now over. It is now in Nakma.
Yeah.
All right, big fella.
I clearly see this guy.
You got that, don't you?
I don't think so. Nope. Shit. All right. I am going to move my full movement. It'll put me here.
Got any range?
I have a bonus action.
Oh.
I can use my unarmed attack. And
Didn't you have a like
Goring Rush.
dash turns into a charge attack or something?
That's my bonus action.
Okay.
So if you use your full movement, you can do
It's my hammering horns.
Yeah,
Alright, show us how it's done, my man.
Show us these hammering horns, bro.
Choo choo!
A minotaur.
That's not it.
Coming through.
Picture major pain. Chicka, 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 chicka.
It is my Goring Rush.
I hope he says it like that too, as he like
dash.
slowly walks up to stab somebody with his horns.
Can make immediately attack with my horns.
Do that then, dude.
So I will use my
May it be a
Goring
nudge.
Rush. Oh, I am going to rage.
That's a
As your
bonus
bonus
action.
That's a
Oh,
bonus
never
action.
mind. You're right. Okay, so I'm going to do this first. So
We have not seen Nakmal Rage yet. Plus like 20.
16.
16's a hit.
Okay.
He got monster numbers.
Wow.
He got monster
6
numbers.
points of damage.
This poor man.
My horns.
6 points of damage as Nakma rears up, stamps a hoof into the snow, and charges forward.
Yes.
Shoulders swaying and staggering as he horn forward, goring into the man that you see
Yes.
over there.
Oh.
It going into that man.
And that's what I did.
Is he like holding him up on it?
Believe it is me.
Like curling?
Damage.
Oh,
6 points of damage. Considered unarmed, so.
Got it.
During
6
the
points of
surprise
damage.
round, it's me now. So during the surprise round, what did Olaf do, if anything?
Nothing. He was
So
also
for 6
surprised.
seconds, he just sat there.
Also surprised.
Okay. I'm gonna stay close to him.
He's just a child. Just a child, man.
I cannot. Do I have clear view of all of our opponents at this point?
Is there anything in your way? It looks like you probably do not have clear view of this bandit. There we go. This bandit
I
there.
haven't moved to hit that one.
Hey, check it out. These AAA batteries need to be changed. Looks like you've probably got some view
Alright, I
in
can't
this
see
direction.
this person. though.
No, you cannot see that
Oh,
person.
because of the tree?
Tree.
Got that one.
This rock right here is
Yeah,
definitely
blocking
giving
these
them at
guys.
least half cover, we'll
Man.
say.
Alright, I'm pretty
Marie.
protected, I guess.
And half cover right there. Quite a lot of cover
Down
right
tree.
there.
Sure.
It's a down tree. Yeah,
Okay.
that's cool. I like that.
I'm going to turn and walk
Trees.
Gifts from the gods.
Gifts from the gods.
Fell from the sky.
15. So how? Okay. So this is a full cover tree right here.
It's a tree, and yes, its branches go down. They go. Oh yeah, that's the one I took the batteries of. I'm smart. Much like these trees, the branches go down pretty far, but he's kind of, even still, he's kind of got a little bit of a trunk
If
there.
I moved like to here or something, can I see?
Let's see if you move to right there, you can see.
All right, so that's 10, 20. All right, so you see a similar thing. I spin my holy symbol in the air, and the eye opens up, and I say the same thing again, which is Thelion Morte, and shoot my spirally sound wave out at that person. 13 wisdom save.
Flies through the air, starts to crash towards the person who fails that wisdom save.
2 damage.
I don't know what his wisdom mod is, but with that low of a roll, I don't think it's gonna matter.
I didn't do much damage anyways.
2 damage as it strikes him. Toll of the Dead.
Yeah.
You see that blisters and sores begin to form in his body. His dark magic.
Which guy?
And I move back next to and right beside Olaf.
Got it.
That's my turn.
Okay. Bad guy one.
Yep.
That guy won. All of these guys begin advancing. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15,
It's all this.
30. And
This guy.
this guy over here advances to you. This guy over here. 5, 10, 15, 20, to here.
I hit him. No, I didn't knock him backwards. That would have been the other one.
These two here immediately take shots at this member of the Jarl's men. They pull out some longbows and they take 2 shots. One is a miss, one is a hit. An arrow flies by into the air, harmlessly landing into the snow and the ice. Another one strikes forward. My Jarl! I will not fail you! He continues standing as he takes some damage. Another man here, same thing, longbow shot at that member of the Jarl's men, makes his attack. An arrow, carefully aimed, flies through the air. He manages to pull up his shield just in time.
Nice.
Blocks it. It could have been a lethal shot, but he is alive. Meanwhile, this man here takes out his weapon and he slashes at you with a short sword. Against Nakma, you're going to 21 to hit. I know it's a hit. You're going to take 4 slashing damage as he scores across your midriff. A red line of crimson opens itself up. 4 points of damage. And
Slashing.
yeah. Why did I have that guy move all the way up to you? That was dumb. Oh well. He's going to do something. He...
Didn't you hit him with his horns?
I did.
He did hit that guy with his
I
horns.
did 6
Well,
points
so you
damage.
should already kind of be already there.
Hmm?
You should already be there, right? Or is
No,
it
it's a.
ranged?
Yeah, well.
Oh yeah, you should have. Whatever. Moving on.
You gored him.
Got it. This guy here, coming up.
Oh, it's still off camera.
It's okay. I think Chris is fixing it right now.
What do I do?
Oh, I don't. I may be wrong.
There's a Minotaur over
Should I
there.
turn around and run and say, "Come and get me"?
Yeah.
Tag, you're it.
Yeah, you just like throw him back over there.
He moves right there
Just having fun
to the other side instead.
I'm not doing it. Yeah. Are you falling down?
No,
No, that was just movement.
he's not moving out of my threat range.
No, he's just on the outside. And he immediately raises up some sort of amulet. The amulet of Genesis that you recognize. Casts it up, sees you, makes eye contact, and with a wicked grin, his mouth full of rotted teeth.
Great.
Bolt of lightning strikes out of the sky into him and washes across the ground. As it does so, I need Taz, Ember, and nameless Jarlsman to all give me a Constitution saving throw. Oh, the Jarlsman made it.
Lightning.
Why do I roll well when it's one of the guys on your team? Oh,
Wow.
12?
negative.
Bad roll.
Opposite of 20.
Dude.
You got a D4, man.
Roll on your
I think
book.
that's gonna save me.
It might save me.
Yeah. Maybe if I had some bless that D4. I don't even think
7 thunder damage and pushed 10 feet away as a blast of energy washes over the ground, striking you. Knocking you backwards, knocking you backwards. Is that guy 10?
into the cairn or what?
No, you still move 10 feet away. Just so 5, 10.
Okay.
Just to the outside.
7.
Damn.
Blah, blah, blah,
Thank
blah, blah,
goodness for
blah.
those hit points.
This is clearly where I'm supposed to be. Thank you.
And the Jarlsman, the Jarlsman actually, even though he passed that save, he takes lethal damage and he falls over.
No!
Yeah, drops to the ground. Here, should we use my
Yeah.
obviously dead token?
Obviously,
Yes.
I like them.
Dead token.
They're fun.
I
So
like them.
You're useless! Yes, man.
Oh, how could you say that?
That's okay. That was
He
that
took
was
4 damage.
he was Arnsbjorn the Lesser. No, he took more than that.
Lesser.
You got hit by an arrow.
He saved D7. He saved
hit
that
by
I
seven.
got shot by these guys.
So when the lightning comes down, it blasts down like right into the ground in front of all of us, and for almost a brief second, I like resist it. I reach up, peel my head back, look straight into this dude's eyes, and he sees nothing but a grinning death's head skull just lit up in flames. And hopefully he screams in fear. He needs to make a save.
What the hell are you doing?
I'm using my reaction to cast Hellish Rebuke.
Oh,
Well, there you have it.
by turning into Ghost Rider.
Exactly. It's fucking awesome.
Go on.
Yeah, so you need to give me a wisdom save, 13.
Passed it.
Passed it.
that dice from him. Give him
I still think he takes some damage. I need to look at it.
As you're figuring that out, we're gonna move on to
Big bad.
He was on bad guy, so it's Mooney's.
Oh.
Or he's gonna use
that's
this
right.
last bad guy to do something, I think, or that.
no, 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 no.
'Cause I don't think these two.
There are 2 more who are running out of the woods. 2 more running out of the woods, coming from this direction right here.
Oh my god.
They only make it that far. That is their turn. It is now Mad Mooney.
Okay, so the guy just like beat up. Does he look like Obsidian?
No,
He didn't.
no.
He didn't look like a tiefling.
He does not look like a tiefling. You would
What race
recognize.
was he?
You would You would recognize a blue-skinned tiefling.
Yeah. Okay.
No, but that's 24, so that's 12.
Do
He
I
takes
see any
12
on the field
damage.
right now?
You do not see any blue-skinned tieflings on the field.
Yeah, they probably stick out like a
12
sore thumb,
damage.
right?
Oh, they would stick out. 12 damage. He still takes 12.
Yowzers.
Yeah.
On that.
Yowzers.
Continue, Mad Mooney.
Wowzers,
Okay.
he says.
Can I steal that guy's spear? Because it looks pretty cool.
Pry it out of his plastic fingers.
Disarm?
You can attempt to disarm. I believe that's a.
He's using a bow
action.
right now, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you have to like grapple then disarm?
Can I
Is that
slide a
how it's
hands it?
supposed to go?
I mean,
No,
it's
no.
on his-
Disarm.
it's on
disarm
him as
is
like a
like an
weapon.
attack, and it's versus the person's. It's versus a person's something.
I don't know if you can just do it because it's a
can.
fighter's.
Well, fighters get to do it as like a superiority die. They get to add that to it, which is on top of their attack. He has to sacrifice damage to do it.
Okay.
It is a thing that you can do.
You knock it to the ground.
Disarming, whatever.
It looks good, but I can't do that. I have to do damage. So I run up these rocks, and I jump in the air, and I scream out,
He's new at this, okay? He's new at this.
Yeah, I
He doesn't know what his
scream out, and
things are
as I
yet.
land on his shoulder, I just stab my teeth into him,
Yeah.
and I take a bite.
Like a velociraptor.
The hauler gives you.
Oh, 4 + 5. A 9.
That drunk.
You bite into his leather armor. And while he's shook by the attack, he's like, "Ah! Ah! Ah!" Trying to get the weird reptilian. Is it a dragonborn? No, it's too ugly to be a dragonborn. What is that off of him?
Right? It's a something.
Anything
Your
else?
bonus action?
It's a something.
No.
Your bonus action?
I can punch him in the stomach.
Yeah.
Like, I'll try to kidney shot him.
Yeah.
Kidney shot. 3 + 5. Yeah, I gotta hit him with my, for the kidney shot, and I just, miss hard. And it looks like I'm doing, the fake arms, gonna shave him like a barber's chair kind of thing. So I got one arm like this, one arm like this, and, I just let go of him from a bite. And I'm doing spear fingers, I guess.
You rustle his hair. He's actually got a cute bedhead look to him now.
I'm gonna try to, at the end of my turn here, get over being drunk and find my center and breathe. Nope.
Feeling really tainted still.
Working out real well for you.
Yeah.
Pretty drunk.
NPCs. The Jarl and the child Olaf have not gone. They were also surprised, not expecting you to just, hey, we're just gonna fight.
Fire.
Yeah. So the Jarl immediately. I was about to tell him to attack us on the man. Damn it! No one has no batteries.
Don't step in my
He goes
pit
here and
trap.
attacks.
Don't step in the pit trap.
Or he goes somewhere else.
The Jarl's not gonna step in a pit trap.
Oh god.
I
I can just see that now.
Clearly, I have made you guys ally with too many dumb NPCs.
Yeah.
One. Wasn't it just one?
I don't know. The one who got cut in half wasn't even dumb. He just got
Orvax?
caught
He
in
wasn't.
trap.
He was a
Orvax?
bad place, bad time.
Yeah.
I've given you guys one sabotage
One was
NPC,
enough.
and it
yeah.
scarred you.
Yeah.
What about Derek?
Oh,
I went there.
Not on your
Not a
side.
non-player
I went
character.
5,
evil
10,
guy.
15, 20, 25, right here. Jarl makes it right here.
He killed Cole.
The Jarl rushes up with a large great axe in hand, and his axe is imposing. Now that you have a good look at it, you see that it is magical in nature. Chilling and dripping with frost magic itself. It looks to be made out of ice, and it cuts forward. He makes 3 attacks.
Wow.
Cutting into, hopefully, cutting
He's
into.
killed dragons, bro.
He's the most.
One is a natural 1.
Oh no!
The first attack, he swings down low, trying to take the knees out. The Genesis member just jumps up, kind of lands over. The next 2 are very definitely hitting him. It is like, as the man lands back down, the axe has already swung around and up, and is through the man's front half. He spins from the force, strikes him the other way, and he topples, turns, and then you see from front and back entrails spill out of him, and he falls to the ground, obviously dead. Dead.
Good shit.
Olaf, you see in the circle the rune stones. Ember and Mooney, you pass the perception, picks up. The rune stones are now glowing bright, channeling magical energy, and you see that in his hands, you notice that he's not looking at himself. No, he doesn't know what he's doing, but his hands are flexing, moving. In this magical energy, this lightning is channeling up across him. His eyes are glowing a brighter blue. And He doesn't do much,
That's not
but he's channeling something. Taz,
What are you gonna do, Taz?
come on, Balthazar.
Do you have like a Do you have like flashbacks of what happened last time?
Yeah, I remember what I wanted to do last time.
We're gonna have to kill the child.
Looks like we might.
Fate cannot be undone. I'm gonna take
like Lando said.
2 quick steps around.
Breaking line of sight.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to give myself a little bit of cover. So
And
that
you
I
do
can
so.
still see this dude.
It's a large cairnstone. You break line of sight.
Okay.
Continue.
And I'm gonna pop a shot off at this dude
Pop
right here.
a shot.
Yeah.
Do you do so before you break line of sight, of course?
I kind of picture him like spinning around, you know, like hiding. Yeah, sure, whatever. Whatever.
What do you
works,
mean?
man.
Yeah, sure, whatever. You have to see your target.
It doesn't matter because I am not on tonight.
You time it wrong and your spell lets loose
Yeah.
just as you duck around the rock and you score across the side of it bits and pieces of the rune stones.
This like rolled down so sad.
It really
Like,
did.
It was really sad.
Oh. We're all
As
gonna
you
die.
strike the rune stone, you notice
wandering
that
at
the
home.
stone itself, turning from its bright blue colors, begins to fade to an eerie black and purple energy off of that. And it begins to unusually do this strange thing to the ground, where the ground itself, the snow melts away real quick around it, and the earth and soil itself seem to become barren and black as well.
Fudge. That is not good.
All right.
Oh,
What'd you do?
yeah. I did.
You missed. That's
I missed.
Making an appearance,
oh. That's
coming from
deep.
through the trees.
Ah, dang.
Finally.
Little Miss comes calling.
The boy belongs to us. We only seek to give him his true destiny.
He belongs in a museum.
And that's her turn.
I'm drunk.
She doesn't do much else. Not right now. Nakma.
Nakma is finally starting to feel this surge of power through his body and his blood, and his everything is just starting to tremble. And he enters a rage, and when he does this, strange things happen to him. His wild surge comes out, and I roll a d8. And let's see. And as I enter this rage, this intangible spirit, kind of flumpy, appears in a space near me, and it's floating at the moment. That's all it's doing. And I'll attack this guy.
Bold move.
It's weird.
It's just a random eight-sided dice roll.
Bold?
Yeah, right. You'll see.
I guess.
So I am
He
attacking.
won him copper in 78.
19.
19
Yeah.
with that. I'm sure that's a hit with a that'd be a 25. 25.
Yeah.
Two
Does
hits.
this have anything to do with your flumpy?
Yes. No, this is just me attacking.
Yes, but no.
Okay.
Well, yes, but actually, no.
12 points of damage.
Did you add your age?
I did not.
Anybody as
14.
confused by Rick's
14.
turn as I am,
14.
please donate to the American Heart Association.
Real.
Save our hearts.
You'll like it. You'll like
Save
it.
our heart.
Okay, so I do that. I attack. I do 14 points of damage.
Splat.
And
Splat.
You just ended this man's whole career.
is he still
He
alive?
wanted to be an adventurer once, and then took an arrow to the knee.
Did he?
I can
Here's my little creatures like
So-
right here.
He took a flumpy to the knee.
He just took like what?
Here's the flumpy,
16 damage?
floaty.
Is he okay?
No. No, he's dead.
Pretty far from okay.
Yeah.
He died.
This monstrous
Okay,
minotaur.
so
just
he's dead.
Smashy.
No, not the flumpy! And an axe hits him. There you go.
Mooney, if you don't do something,
And then
with
it
that hole, I'm
floats
gonna
over
be
here 30
disappointed
feet
in you.
and explodes and does 2d8 points of force damage.
Just you wait.
What?
What?
What they do at the end of my turn.
Your flumpy moves towards those two
It
people.
moves 30 feet and
Explodes and
explodes.
does damage.
Does 2
No
dice.
save?
Do you like violence?
Yes, they have to save.
Want to see me throw 2 thumpies at 2
Dex
guys
saving
and
throw.
explode exactly like I did?
13. I know, right? That's good. Oh my god.
And then
That was good.
Did they pass?
Where's roll these? Roll damage, dude. 2d4?
Yep, 2.
Oh.
2 die. What did I say? 2 die 8. Wrong.
Oh my
2d8 seems really a whole lot.
These
God.
D8s. Hell yeah. Fucking 7 and
11
4.
points of damage.
Sorry.
Force damage.
Boom. Oh my god, he's so deadly.
how do they die?
They
Do you like
force damage.
hip shake it?
This
Mix it out.
this blackish, fluffy mass in the air just explodes with force damage. So there's really, you don't see anything. You just feel it, and they feel this wave, and it hits them, and it crushes them.
It's just a fire.
Crushes their inside. Their chest
As-
collapse.
As they're rushing around the rocks, dashing
Kinda
this
like
way
a heavy concussion grenade.
through the snow, rushing towards the center, towards the combat, towards the conflict that's going on. This flumpy thing moves over and force damage as it's just a
Explodes.
concussive force. I like to imagine force damage as something similar to fireworks.
Yes.
You know, you hold an mini in your hand, that's force damage to your fingers, which
Got
are
it,
now
got it.
everywhere, all over the place.
Concussion.
So this is just force damage to their entire bodies as it crumples in and rips them apart in different directions. And Olaf turns and... Father!
Oh no. You're in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Oh no! Ember! Totally bad, dude!
Oh no. Inside check. Is he still friendly?
Daddy wasn't there.
Nice job. Inside check. Go ahead and give me a D20 roll. Oh no! He's friendly as fuck. You're his best friend.
Oh no.
His power will cleanse us all.
Let the truth set you free.
Don't worry, youngling. It'll all be okay.
Everybody's ready.
Are you talking to him or like somebody else? Maybe yourself?
I'm fucking old, man.
God, they're so
Yeah, young.
Ever just repeat something you heard one time? Yeah. It'll all be okay.
It's my great grandmother used to say.
It'll all be okay.
I move to what is the center of the battlefield. I go to one knee. I call upon my Lord.
One shot.
They had 11 hit points.
I gather my holy symbol in both hands. I start to speak magic to it and gather my energy. Say, Sanctus, Sanctus, Sanctus. And as I start to stand up, light starts beaming out of me in a circular dome. It goes all the way out to 30 feet in all directions. Every enemy within 30 feet of me needs to make a Constitution save.
Starting with
Wherever you want to start.
right
So
there. 30 feet, you
it
said?
says hostile creature.
Yeah. Okay.
So if he is hostile, regardless if I know it or not, he takes damage from this.
Regardless, that not
Those are
necessarily
the wording
regardless.
of this hostile creature.
Not necessarily regardless.
You
If he,
tell me what happens.
Not
But I'm just telling you what the reading is.
Not necessarily regardless if he knows if he's hostile yet
Okay.
or not.
I'm just letting you know. It says hostile creatures.
Starting in the one in the green.
Okay. I'm gonna roll damage.
I rolled a 13.
Come on!
I gotta beat what?
13.
I gotta beat 13? Oh, yeah, I rolled a 13. Starting with. Okay, starting with that
So he
one.
takes half damage, so that's 6.
Moving on to this one.
Yeah.
Okay, so he still takes 6.
Yeah.
That is.
Need to be a myrtle herbo. It's kind of like turning that to
This is the light domain's divine channel divinity.
The next one
Nice.
fails.
Okay.
The
It's
next
basically
one.
like a solar nuke.
That's cocked. You're lucky that was a 20. It could have been a 20.
Lots of stuff.
It still passes though. Okay. Passes, fails. Passes 35, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Nope, out of range.
Wait. 10, 20. Wow. Fudge,
Just out.
I missed one.
5, 10. You know what?
I was trying to get 30.
Because hexes are so fucking obnoxious. 30 foot?
I missed that one too.
30 foot radius?
That's the one I wanted to hit.
You said 30 foot radius?
It's 30 feet from me.
That's 20. So that would be.
I was trying to hit that.
That puts her. That puts her out too.
Good, Ember.
That's okay.
I only hit 3.
So on a fail, they take how much?
6. Oh, fail is 12. Sorry, excuse me. Yes. I will
Got it.
sit myself back. Let's see, as it did 20, 30. Back to the middle.
Got it. Okay.
Oi.
Bad guys.
Did he just write someone up?
You know what? Hey. However, I do want you to tell me how he dies.
Oh, cool. So as the waves of solar light energy comes out, it passes through everyone, and as his evil intent vanishes from his mind and his face, as soon as the light hits him, he realizes he was on the wrong side of this battle.
And he sees the light no more.
And his lights go out.
You saw the dead lights.
And he's gone. Nice. Awesome. Love it. That was Ember.
Bad guys.
Bad guys.
And who were
This guy here turns around, pulls out his weapon, the spear in hand, and he strikes right at Mad Mooney, the lizard man. And that's going to hit Mad Mooney. You're going to take... See the other page.
Does he hit me with that fucking spear?
Oh, fuck yeah, he
Oh,
does.
God.
With that spear, you're going to take
I'm going to take that from you.
6 piercing damage.
6?
This druid over here turns, looks at Mad Mooney as well. And this one conjures up amidst their hands a magical spell.
Do you have a monster manual?
Yeah, it's one of those spirals. Actually, both the spirals.
My hands are full.
It is...
Thank you, sir. Oh, monster manual.
I don't know. I know what you're
Here, Rick. Both those spiral binders right there. There you go.
Yeah. Makes an attack roll.
See, that's what I need.
It's an 18 plus to hit. With that attack roll, you're going to take 6 fire damage as they produce a small fireball and throw it at you overhand. It flies through the air and lands into the back as you're focused on the spear in front of you. Collides into your back, scorches into your scale.
When it hits me in the back, I turn around and say, "Oh, that hurt! That hurt really bad! Who throws freaking fire?"
The druid over there in the corner is like,
Seriously, right?
Seriously!
and he kind of like just sidesteps.
Oh, that's the druid.
Yeah. She kind of sidesteps and tries to disappear behind one of the trees, realizing that like she just pissed you off. Meanwhile, let's see, he's dead. Sorry. Hi, Rick. What's going on? Let's see, they're dead.
Not again.
Well, that's it for the bad guys. NPCs. This guy and this guy both charge this direction to try and help Mad Mooney.
How far do they get?
He makes that one makes it all the way. He does not quite make it all the way. The Jarl comes over here, puts the pit trap between him and her, and stops.
Goads her.
Turns around, sees her, looks at the boy, and he raises his axe up ready, and looks at the boy ready to swing it overhand at the child, but looks at her, and he readies an action.
Who's doing that?
The Jarl.
Oh, God.
Ready to throw his axe overhand to try to take out the child.
Here we are again.
It is very similar to what we saw before.
Taz.
Taz.
What?
Now, when you say ready to throw his
I got
axe,
skipped.
Did you?
Yeah, I was after that, guess.
Sorry. Yes, you are. Mad Mooney.
Yeah, from being hit by the fireball, I get really distracted and I teeter for a little bit, and it gives the NPCs enough time to run up to us. I switch to the other side of this guy and I try to use him as my cover. Yeah.
Gives you advantage on your attack rolls.
Yes.
Cancels out your disadvantage.
Which I will need.
Apparently.
Go Mad Mooney.
Does a 13 hit?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, thank you. I reach out and I stick my hands up to him and I was
You
like,
still have dice to use.
I know.
Okay.
Continue. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
I hear the dinner bell ringing. And I take a bite out of him. And I use my bonus action to use my hungry jaws to heal myself back what I bite. That's 6. I heal myself back 6 damage
Cool.
And you do 3 damage? 6 damage to him.
total.
To that one.
And that is
there.
all I can do, seeing as how I use my bite action to bite him, and then my bonus action to hungry jaws.
As you bite down and rip
that how
into
that
him,
works?
Yes.
you snag him by the throat, the back of the throat, and you pierce deep into a jugular. How do you want this to happen?
Oh yes! As I bite in him and I pull out his jugular in one bite, I do a twist like a crocodile, and I grab the spear and I hold it above him like this.
Blood gurgles at his
Did a
throat.
standing death roll.
Yeah.
He tries to breathe in, but all he manages to do is to gurgle blood in and out of the opening of his neck, and he falls to the ground quickly, losing consciousness within seconds.
Oh, that's so dope, because now that he is down, I'm going to sprint across the ground to that guy with his spear.
Obviously dead.
So glad I didn't see that.
Grabbing his spear, you stand up and you prepare to attack who?
No, I don't have to stand. I just run over to him.
Oh, yeah. You're not done.
Yeah, I sprint.
Sprint. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35,
I got 40.
40 movement as Mooney, the Mad, rushes over, dragging a dead body behind him.
caught on his claw.
Doesn't slow you down at all.
It's caught on his claw.
I run up to him and I'm like,
So this is your spear, if you remember.
I don't need it. I got my own now.
I know. I'm just letting you know. It's,
Oh, that's what the thumbtack is.
it's
Okay.
your spear that you dropped.
I run up to him and I say, "Hey, buddy, remember me?" Does a 13 hit?
No.
That was
Hey, buddy, I'm coming for you.
Wait, you're already here.
Oh, natural 1.
Oh.
Yeah, so I swing out and I go.
That's funny.
Your attacks fall just short of the druid, who takes a step backwards, just out of reach, and your other attacks crashes against a tree. The druid is unsure how she is unharmed.
All right, so using both of my key points, or using my second key point there, I'm going to use 10 feet to try to get around to the other side of the tree and put it between me and him.
Taking cover behind the tree. Still dragging that dead body behind you.
That's it.
Now Taz.
Now Taz. Okay. This freaking guy. Okay. I'm gonna take a shot at this guy right here.
I'm going to impose DM disadvantage since our charitable viewers have given me this extra D20.
Yes.
Who did you think it would be? You're my favorite person to pick on.
Did you think it was going to be that easy?
Oh!
I might hit.
Yeah.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Got a
We have a
four
D4
over
if you need it.
It could tip it over. It could tip it over.
Throw it.
Come on now.
Get a full.
Get.
It's a 15. That's not. It's not enough.
By 1.
It is or no?
It's no. Thank you.
I won once.
Thank you for donating money
Yes.
to the American Heart Foundation so that I can cause Daniel to have an anticlimactic night.
Yeah, that's okay though.
Back in the dice show with
My
you.
last
Yes.
5 feet of movement.
Back into the dice show with
So
you.
we've used all of ours. He's just his
And
inspiration.
There's
Oh, other
something
way
to take
around.
cover
he's
behind
still
you,
got-
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take cover there.
DM still got
Yeah, he's got 408 to give out.
Yep.
I have an 8. What do I do with my 8?
Just throw it on
Add it
something.
on
you
top of
want.
anything.
Oh, okay. Is that all, Taz?
I think so. Go ahead though.
All right.
Whatever you want to do with it.
Hey, man. Farting the place up down here, dude.
He gives me the beef jerky. It stinks up the room. It's those 3 slabs, man. Oh, God.
The blue-skinned tiefling turns, seeing this lizard folk with the minor illusion of a humanoid over it, cowering behind a tree, and she turns and looks at you and says, "What are you doing? Why do you stand in the way of progress?
What are you talking about?
We sought to free all of man, and yet you stand in our way."
With my last few seconds of a reaction here, I say, I'm only here for a fight. Brother.
Then you have found it. And I'm not your brother.
I'm here to fight you, motherfucker.
And she begins preparing a spell.
Hold on, you gotta leave
That's
Olaf's
it?
dead parents there on the field.
He's prepping a spell.
This is the other dead guy.
Oh, she's conjuring up a spell.
Okay. That's the end. Okay.
And
I cast counterspell.
no, you don't.
Well, I'll use my portent dice.
She hits
No,
you
you don't.
with. She conjures up
Oh, she's gonna
her
fucking
hands
kill me.
through the air. As her hands arc the air, one hand reveals 2 magical light points of light. The other hand reveals another 2 points of magical light. They both glow with a very bright, brilliant white blue. And she lets them fly through the air. They arc out and collide into you all at once as if 4 explosions smash into your
Wait,
body.
is this magic missile?
Yes.
Ah, that's perfect. Because I got a reaction for that. It's called deflect missiles.
He's like, yeah.
What?
Yes.
You can catch one of them. I think.
Yeah, I can catch it. If
Oh, only one of them.
as a reaction, you can catch a missile when you are hit by a ranged weapon attack.
It's not a weapon attack, it's a spell.
It's the missile.
We should fact that.
No, it says it right there. Ranged weapon attack. Not a weapon, it's a spell.
How cool would that be, though?
Yeah.
Catch
come
someone's
on.
magic missile. That is cool.
I would immediately hate monks forever.
There's already plenty of reasons.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 force damage as these 4 missiles arc out,
John begins writing into his journal.
crash into your body, and explode, opening up lesions and wounds.
Go like this for a second, and then like the Undertaker come back up.
Oh, eyes all wide. Top of your head. You gotta put your eyes way up. There you go. There.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is.
With her hands still arcing with magic energy. What are you?
Your worst nightmare.
Wonder if Olaf's gonna see.
And that's her turn. She's gonna. She will take the rest of her turn to retreat backwards.
Wow. What? That was her best shot. He just
Nakma.
lived through it.
That's her best shot. Nakma.
Good job.
Yeah.
Yakma will. This way. And since I didn't attack, I'll go out of my rage.
You're gonna what?
I don't get attacked or anything, so I lose my rage.
All right, Ember.
Did you
Can you
dash?
No, I can only do that if I'm using my horns and there's
You can
nobody.
just dash.
You could just dash on your action. Yeah.
Or you could just throw your axe at a guy.
There you go.
I will dash, actually. Going that way. Going after the druid.
So, just point of order, you only lose it if you have nobody's damaged you or attacked you for the whole round.
the whole round.
Yeah.
So you still
So
are
far.
raging.
So just wait till
Okay.
Ember.
Got it.
me. Hey, what's up?
Not feeling so good.
I've been using these spell slots.
I could be a little bit better. I cough up some blood. Yeah, I do. That's what I'm gonna eat next turn.
Me.
That's a good point. I am after all the bad guys.
Morning, you look like you could use some help up there.
I wouldn't say no. Who do you keep calling me Moody for, though?
All right. 10, 20, 30. Auxilium Sancta Solis. And I bring out the Holy Symbol and do a second level Cure Wounds. 8. 8! That's pretty good. So it's 19, 19 plus 3, that's 22.
Yeah, I think I'm back up to full health here.
Damn.
No, wait.
It's like Mario.
I'm 1 health short.
Really?
So you just see this
it's 24.
glow of pure white holy energy wash up and over and then back around and
Nice
create
and
a
warm.
nice little warm wound for a minute, and all your wounds just heal back up.
It's alive.
You're doing great, big man. Keep it up. That's all I got.
You got any more movement?
Bad guys. All right. Hey, this guy died, right?
Yeah, he
Yes.
did.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we got
Yeah,
that
that's-
one. We got that one.
He's there. He was here.
Yeah.
It's one of the dudes that Mooney killed.
Got it. One of them turns around and. Right.
This guy's dead
Here
too.
we are.
right? He took an arrow and.
That's one of our allies.
That's an ally.
Only one that's gone down so
Oh,
far.
that's right. They look the same.
Not exactly, but okay.
Stormtroopers. Humans look the same.
Yeah.
An attack roll against.
Yeah.
Well,
Stupid white helmets.
honestly, seeing the way that things are going, this guy, he's gonna start running. He's gonna take a dash action and try to get
Wow.
60 feet that way. This person here, seeing how things are going as well, and dash actions and tries to get that way, running away. They see that things are not going well. They escape.
10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 30, dash.
We are outmatched, my brothers! Flee! We are no longer safe within the walls of Dragon's Port!
Use my free action and I'll look at Olaf and I'll say, if you don't kill that druid, she's gonna kill all of us.
Mad Mooney, your
Including
turn.
mother.
Go ahead and
Yeah,
give me a persuasion check.
Intimidation, maybe.
Mad Mooney, go.
Ember,
Persuasion.
thanks for the heals. I'm gonna do
7.
something stupid.
7.
And I run at him. Spear in hand. So first I charge with the spear, and okay, I didn't do my roll last time to see if I can find my center and stop being so hammered. Yes. Okay, I finally am not as hammered as I was before. Then I can roll without disadvantage. And I run up to this sucker, and I'm gonna stab with this spear. 19.
Oh,
Nice hit.
big money.
Yeah, spear goes in.
Oh, you're up there. Shit.
Okay.
As she's running her back to you, you catch up. She stops for a second to turn around, looks, and that's when your spear.
Good.
Continue on.
This is obsidian, right?
Yeah. It's her. You recognize her.
I took your hand last time. Why did you come back?
She looks at you, grabs at the wound of a spear in her abdomen. I don't even know who you are.
I lean in as close as possible and I say, I'm the Drake. I roll again.
I don't understand.
Use my last key point, and I'm going to drop Fury of Blows on her. One is a 9, and the other is a 13. It's a 9 plus 5, so it's a 14, and the 13 is 18.
So 13 and 18 to hit.
14 and 18.
Oh, 14.
14's a miss, 18's a hit.
All right. So the first swing, I swing backwards and try to do the other, like backhand into her face. Misses. And then I come around with my left arm and I hook her right under the jaw.
Hearing an audible crack to her jaw. The first attack misses. The second one connects. It spins her neck sideways hard. And she takes how much damage from that one?
2 plus 3, so 5 damage total.
Don't forget your spear damage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she didn't do
Spear
the
damage.
6.
Another
So
6 on that.
11.
Got it. The 2 attacks hit. They connect. You see that she's visibly shaken. She's hurt. And
I use my 10 feet of movement to move 10 feet in front of where she might be going.
10 feet of movement to circle around
Off the map.
to try to get in front of her. Got it.
Fell off the world.
That is Mad Mooney's turn. NPCs.
Yes.
Jarl sees what's going on, sees that she's running. He steps sideways around the pit trap, starts dashing this way,
Damn pit trap!
catches right up.
30,
Yep,
Yep.
dashes.
10, 20, 30, which would be like here.
Yep, unable to do anything else. He's rushing, trying to catch up to Mad Mooney. These 2 Jarl's men are continuing to chase down this way towards whatever the druid was that went that direction. Meanwhile, our young sorcerer here, channeling energy, lets out a primal scream as lightning crashes down, strikes him from the heavens, and as it hits him, he channels it forward. A clap of powerful energy courses through his body, rips a rift across the ground, snow and ice flying upward as it crashes, splits the rune stone in 2, falls to the pieces, and strikes this druid here in the back, incinerating them. Cloth, blood, and bone fly in all directions, leaving a misty cloud of where the druid once stood.
It's a pink cloud.
It was snow last time.
Like getting hit with a 50 cal.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Nothing but mist.
And that's NPC turn. Taz.
Shit.
Sweet Christmas.
Like this boy.
Okay.
Where are you, Taz? I don't even see you.
I come around.
Oh, there you are.
And like a whisper, but it can be heard across the entire grove, I point at Olaf and I say, pray.
He drops to his knees. Anything else?
Maintain concentration on. Wait, that was how many? 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, I gotta keep line of sight, but no, I gotta stay right there. I'm just gonna stay right there.
Ooh, calm down now. Alright. Obsidian. Spear. Thrust into her abdomen. Pulled back out. She grabs at the wound. Looks at you. looks at the Jarl, sees that her men are fleeing in all directions. You have not heard the last of this. We only sought to save men. Oh, bastard. And who are you to stop progress?
The Drake.
No!
Damn.
With a flash of light, you're blinded for just a second. As your eyes reopen, you look forward. She's gone. Disappears.
Okay.
Thus ending combat.
Well.
The child on the ground praying to various gods. Most of them you're not familiar with. At least not you, Taz. The Jarl gathers himself, looks around, composes himself to be leader-like, and addresses the fact that one of his own men has fallen. And you...
There's no time to worry. Where's Lando?
Are there any dead on the battlefield that I can attempt to save?
Are they in pieces or?
I walk back over to the first guy I encountered.
I believe that guy that you attacked.
That would be my path. I'm just gonna go to one by one and gentle repose, and spare the dying. One by one.
Two of the people are savable with immediate first aid. The rest of them, pretty destroyed.
So each time I come to one, I spare the dying first, and once they're stabilized, I put level 1 cure wounds into them.
All right, and that brings them up, gives them a little bit of life, and they kind of cough and look at you, confused, but without a word. Taz? Mooney? Nakmo?
Approach.
You meant to say, you were going to say something about this dude. Go ahead.
Yeah, I approach Olaf while he is praying, and I take a knee in front of him and begin to pray as well. Ignoring the rest that is going on around me.
I'm going to search this guy, see if there's any useful information on him.
I don't want to be insensitive, but I loot the fucking body, okay?
You were going to say something about him?
Yeah, that he's one of the people who were possibly not completely dead, although
okay.
most of them are
Mostly.
did get an obviously dead token.
Okay.
So I wanted to release Scorching Flame.
So maybe next.
I freak out because I don't have enough time for this, and I start running back to the Jarl's place.
Huh?
You find 11 electrum pieces.
Ooh wee.
You find 10 electrum pieces. You manage to pick up 2 platinum pieces. At some point, you've grabbed 6 electrum pieces.
No valuable information.
Not really.
Okay. I'm not going to take anything he's got.
You head back to you rush back to the Jarl's place. As Mooney rushes off, the Jarl kind of stands up. He has closed the eyes over one of his men, and he says, "Where is it that my friend Mooney has gone? I think it is best if we all discuss what just happened here. Bring the boy. Let us take shelter. I think it is safe for us to call this a win."
Yeah, I release concentration on this spell, and
It only lasts for like a round anyways.
it's like a minute or something.
Commands?
Yeah.
1 round.
1 round, okay. And holding the hands of the boy Olaf, I just try to maintain a peaceful demeanor and encourage him not to talk at all.
He doesn't say a word. He stares off into mid-space. He kind of makes like subtle motions with his mouth like he's trying to talk. But you can tell that he's kind of... It's all kind of coming off his...
Was his dad the one I could save?
No.
Was his mom the one he could save?
They got crumpled by a force
his
spell
mother too?
effect.
But Mom
Yeah.
was out here too?
I thought
Yeah.
it was his dad.
I just said he held up mother, father.
His
No,
both his
the other
parents.
part.
Yeah, so we totally just scarred a
He
kid
doesn't
for
know.
life. For life.
All that kid knows is he's seen an explosion here and he's seen an
boy.
explosion over there.
So
Oh, that's all he knows?
Yeah, totally.
That's very kind of just like what you go up to him with your big minotaur finger. You're like, all you know is that you saw an explosion
and did
and you look away.
That's right.
And we're gonna call it for a night.
Damn it.
That's it for this week on Chronicles of the Coast, you little
So
bitch.
shielding Olaf from this confrontation, I
wrap your
walk
coat
away
around
from
him
him
or
and I lean in close
Like
and I say,
Commissioner
I
Gordon.
can
this.
tell you though, your father had it coming.
Oh no!
And if you still feel raw about it, come find me.
You have inspiration for quoting my favorite movie of all time. Absolute most favorite movie of all time.
Good job. Suck up.
Suck up.
You get inspiration for that. You carry that over to the next game. And that's our game for
was good.
tonight.
Man, thank you, Stevicus. That was
Yes,
fun.
thank you, Anonymous.
Hats off. And thanks to everybody who was
Thanks, Derek.
watching. You guys make it fun.
How did the rest of our charity go? Can we see if we picked anything up? Any little quick announcements before we completely log off for tonight?
I think we were still at 25 when we checked. We had a lot of great new viewers throughout the night. I'm looking forward to checking out how many people checked us out tonight.
Same.
A lot of people come in and just see what's going on, and then come back if they can. So I'm hoping people come back and check it out.
Mm-hmm.
That was really fun.
Yeah. No, great job, Jesse.
We have
great.
fun running games. We hope you have fun watching our game. Let's keep all the fun going. Hey, you only live so long. Let's have as much fun as we can.
22.
Their characters have like a cool group name yet?
Red
like
Line.
Orphan Maker?
No, we need to explain what the flump was.
Oh.
Let's not explain what the flump was.
Yeah.
Let's figure out what exactly it was before we try to figure out what it was.
Yes.
So that, in short, was part of the Wild Soul Barbarian
Barbarian.
from our North Arcana, which we are still discussing
It's a test.
whether or not
No.
we're going to allow that.
Well,
I don't know, I'm kind of on the fence. See,
honestly,
that's
I
how
would
murdered
like to
Olaf's
dumb it down
parents with
some.
it.
I would like to
It's
dump
so
down
complicated.
I feel like we're one up in each other each week.
So
So that being said, that's what it's from.
Lots of random effects.
I wanted some
and,
input from my DM, but he didn't give me nothing for like.
I am,
He's
you
busy,
know,
man. He's a busy man.
Yeah.
Okay.
full-time
everyone say
job,
goodnight.
4 children, and everything.
Goodbye, everybody.
So anyway, see you guys.
Bye.
Good night.